Confirm. Go live.
Oh my god, I didn't even see this Arthur Ferry one earlier.
Okay, we should be live any moment.
Crazy.
Come on now.
As the GOAT.
There we go.
Are we live, Nick
We're
T?
live.
I think we're live.
We're live.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. It's Dylan from Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything, and welcome back to another episode of Talking Digimon Beatbreak Breakdown, the show where we go over everything from the latest episode of Digimon Beatbreak. I am joined by my friends Nick T, Calibro, Dredger, and Pete. We've got a lot to get into. This was the finale, for those that don't know, of the Gift arc. So this is the end of the Gift arc. We've got a lot of things to get into to break down. I'm going to give my thoughts on the arc as well as hear from all of these guys. And I will be telling them the focus of the next arc. I believe it's a mini arc, so it's kind of similar to what we saw between Clay and Gift. We get a little bit of a mini arc, but I think the focus will excite the boys if they don't know what it is. So very, very excited to get into it. We appreciate you guys being here, making us a part of your Wednesday nights. I want to thank everybody who donated and or super chatted in the last episode, and that is a huge thank you to Critter Cat, Ice Aiden, X-Slayer, Gravity Hero, and a special thank you to That Man 666 and That One Guy Legit, who super chatted very, very generous amounts. If you would like to donate to support the stream and the channel, it is never mandatory or anticipated by any means, but it is always super appreciated. Two ways to do that: the super chat function on YouTube or the link in the description, whatever you feel more comfortable with. And just know that I greatly appreciate it. And of course, we will read every donation message that we get after we give our thoughts on the episode. So just appreciate you guys being here, of course. And without further ado, time to introduce the guys. I'm sure you know them. Nick T, it's great to see you, my man. How are you doing today, dude?
I'm doing excellent, man. Great to see you as well. We're just we're hanging, we're chilling. Life's good.
Yeah, we're hanging in Cedar Rapids, some would say. So
Chilling in Cedar Rapids.
that's right. Dredger, how are you doing, man?
Doing good, man. Thanks for asking. How are you doing?
Good. I'm doing good. I can't complain. Good to see you. Calibro, it's good to see you as well. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. Happy to be here. Happy to enjoy the day. Just living the dream.
Good. I mean, that's all it's about, right? Living the dream. That is
Oh yeah.
that's awesome. Pete, what's going on with you, man? Right below me. How you doing?
Good, man. How are you doing? I consider it a gift to be here with you all today.
Okay.
Wow.
He was waiting for that one.
I like that. That's a clever guy. Clever guy.
That's good.
Well, yeah, we are going to be, of course, talking about this final episode of Gift with, Miharu, Mephisto, and, all that, or Mephisma, not Mephisto, and all that, all the stuff, and, of course, the
Literally
fallout,
Mephisto.
predictions we may have, anything like that. So, just getting into it, would any of you guys like to start here with your opening thoughts?
Dill, how about you start?
All right, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I'll
I like
start
the
it all.
anticipation.
Yeah. Well, I will say, episode 37, I did not have a chance to do a review on it. I've just been in a little bit of a burnout stretch, to be honest, with content creation, so I haven't really uploaded anything in a bit, so that's kind of the reason as to why there hasn't been a review for this episode, and there probably won't be. This will probably be in lieu of a review, which is fine. I mean, you're not going to get more of an in-depth review than this podcast, and you get to hear, 4 more opinions instead of just mine. Episode 37, and I'm interested to see what the guys and what you guys, of course, in the chat have to say about it. I was a little underwhelmed with episode 37. I don't know if I may have set my expectations on an arc finale because they've been so good, maybe a little too high. I just thought that the final fight scene was a little bit lacking. There really wasn't much of a fight, I thought. And I felt like the episode was something I loved about the episode is the dynamic between Tomoro and Miharu. The conversations, that was all very, very emotional. And I liked that a lot. I was also kind of shocked that there was no Genjo. I guess I put it too deep in my head that Genjo was going to get involved and we were going to have this huge battle for Chairman Wong with Miharu. And Yeah, I think it was just one of those cases, and I've done it before, where I think I just set the bar maybe too high for my own expectations. And when I think about like the Clay finale, right, which was the last major arc finale that we got, I thought those final 2 episodes were just so freaking incredible. And I loved 36. Again, what happened to Miharu's sister Chifuyu was like shocking. Really couldn't believe that they like, pulled the trigger on going as far as they did in that episode. And I felt like 37 was going to be more of kind of like a fight, a battle. And I felt like that element of the episode was kind of lacking a little bit. And I was also surprised, not necessarily in a bad way, that Miharu like survives the entire ordeal. And I know she kind of turns herself in at the end, which now I'm fully on the side of Pete, where like I do think we are going to get a prison break arc at some point, because I'm sure she's going to be held in the same facility that Clay's in, and I'm sure that is going to somehow tie into probably like a fight that we're going to get down the road, which is going to be really cool. But yeah, I don't know. I thought the episode, like, I thought in a vacuum it was good, but I think just for an arc finale, I would have maybe liked to see a little bit more. Like, there wasn't any extra like evolution, which I feel like has been kind of synonymous with like arc finale episodes. With Tomoro getting, his Gekomon evolved in episode 12 and in the fight against Clay. And even seeing like Clay, right? They're fighting Clay and we get Pyramidmon, which is this insane, amazing thing. And like there were a lot of theories, and I love these theories of, Miharu getting all of these like characters to be like mindless slaves, if you will, to Gift, so that she can maybe channel their energy to like evolve Mephismon, and maybe that's what's needed to like evolve your Digimon to the final level. So I love that theory, and so I shout out to that one guy, legit. I think it was his theory on that, and I thought we were going to get something, but instead we just get Mephismon growing to a really big size, with Miharu inside of Mephismon and then Tomoro. And again, the stuff between Tomoro and Miharu, I thought was really good. I thought it hit really well. It was very emotional. I just think from the like grandiose that we've seen in arc finales before, I thought it was a little bit lackluster. But overall, I wouldn't call it a bad episode by any means. And I think the show has still been overall very enjoyable. And I'm very excited to see, what's going to be coming next with the next arc that we're getting, which, I'll reveal it to the guys right now that the next arc we are getting is going to be a Kyo backstory arc. So that is something that I think we have been hoping we were going to get. Like, what really happened to Kyo with the split with the 5 stars? Well, it looks like we are going to be getting that in the next few episodes, which is going to be really, really cool. I'm not 100% sure what it's going to cover or what it's going to dive into, but it will be an arc focused on Kyo. So I have to imagine we're probably going to get some good, backstory stuff, which will be very, very welcomed. But yeah, I'm interested to hear how, you guys watching think, what the boys here think. Would any of you guys kind of like to start and give your thoughts on 37?
I'll go if you want.
Please.
Why not?
Yeah, you go, Cal. You go.
I was about to just like throw it back to you again as a joke, but
that would have been really good, dude.
like,
why don't you start us off?
Yeah, why don't you continue?
No, but I really liked the episode, and I think I had the luxury. Sorry if you hear the dryer yelling.
I don't hear it, but I know what you're gonna say, and I think you're 100% right.
I had the luxury of watching 36 and 37 back to back.
Yeah.
And I think that made the episode for me better, because you go into 37 right away with the emotion of the end of 36. And I think for me, it made 37 hit, like, I think maybe harder than you, Dill. Although the one thing I didn't want, which ended up obviously happening, was Miharu being controlled mainly by someone else.
Well,
yeah, do you think that's what it was? I don't know if that's what it was.
It's to me, it seems like the Digimon's kind of taken her like lighthearted happiness wish and basically turned it into an evil thing.
But do you think that could have been because of like the negative emotions that sprawled from seeing what her sister did?
I mean, maybe, but to me, it just feels like that was what created Mephistomon to begin with, right? Was her emotion and everything. And then that was what led her to go down a darker path.
Yeah.
So it's kind of combo of both, right?
Exactly.
I definitely think both are at play there. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
And I just didn't like I think they did it well, so it didn't really bother me too much. But it was just one of the things where I was like, I really hope she's not being controlled. And then especially when it first came out, and it just felt like she was completely like under its control, I was like, oh no, like because even the characters kind of say, oh that's that's what's calling the shots basically.
In 36, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they had to kind of like get into her head to be like, hey, that's not your wish. And then when Mephistomon actually says it, kind of breaks everything open.
Right.
But no, I really did like, both episodes. Like you said, I think the driving force was the back and forth for Tomoro and Miharu, just the conversations, kind of the flashbacks, if you will, to her sister and everything like that. I thought it was really well done, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. No, I think the other thing too, to put it into other context, is between 36 and 37, there was a 1 week break. So I think for me, and I can only speak for me, and it's partially my fault as well, not really the episode's fault. I think that anticipation continued to grow even more for this episode, 437, where it's like, oh man, there's a 2 week break. Like this episode is going to be insane. And while I thought, again, the emotional story that was told between Tomoro and Miharu was excellent, I think the action there was just a little, left a little to be desired for an arc finale. But
yeah, I can agree that the battle itself, it like you had said, it was kind of carried by the flashbacks and the conversation and like the saving Miharu over like the actual battle. Because even when he grows really, really big, the next attack basically takes him out.
Right.
So
Right.
it's all the back and forth, and the actual attack is just able to take him out.
Yep. There's really not much of a battle. Like there really isn't. Yeah, very, very cool. Well, Dredge, I would love to throw it to you because you're very similar in Calibur's position, where you had a few episodes to watch, and I'm not sure if you watched them back to back to back, but would love to know your thoughts on not only this, 37, but 36 as well, if you don't mind sharing.
Yeah, of course. I had to watch 35, 36, and 37 today. I did not watch them
Consecutively.
consecutive. I'm thinking of succulently. I don't know the fucking. Whoa.
Oh,
Yeah, I know, right? Wild. No, so I enjoyed 35 a lot. We get Reina's ultimate in 35. I'm a little intrigued on the name and the design of her ultimate, but that being said, yeah, I guess it fits that wolf, bear, cat-esque vibe.
Yeah,
but
bear, cat mod.
I have some questions about it, but we're not going to.
what are your questions?
Why?
Nobody really seemed to love the design. I thought it was okay.
I really
liked it, but I didn't love it. Yeah.
I like the attacks. I like kind of the style. It's the appearance itself that I really am not a fan of. But again, I'm glad she got it. It was a good episode for her. 36, 37. I mean, I think you guys kind of both, Cal and Dill talked about a lot. The interaction between Miharu and Tomura is really what got me. Excuse me, the emotion. Tomura really, I think, developing as a character that he's trying to be, a good friend, a good person, and try to understand, what Miharu is going through. Seeing Miharu's sister, what happened to her and everything like that. It definitely, again, this show, as we've always said, continues to hit us with very real, very serious, topics and things like that. So I do agree with Cal, though. The action in even, I think 36, 37 in a row, I do agree. I think watching them in a row helped me. Whereas if it was a break like you, Dill, I definitely could imagine it being, underwhelming or frustrating to some degree of what the execution was. I agree. It was a good arc finale. I wouldn't say it was great. But yeah, it's a lot of good stuff. The problem was, I think, the lack of the way that the timing of the episode. I would have loved for it to have been a slightly longer episode, or for us to have, maybe focused more in 36 on a lot of communication. 36 we get the information, whereas 37 was more of that action, more of that, really get us to where we got to go. But yeah, overall good. I've enjoyed the show. It wasn't definitely nice to watch them back to back. I do like doing that when I have the opportunity.
Yeah.
I think it helps. But yeah, overall good. I don't want to say great, but I will say good, and I definitely enjoy it. And I'm looking forward to what we get from Kyo in the next mini arc here.
Dredge, thank you for sharing your thoughts. 36, and we spent a lot of time 2 weeks ago talking about it. Obviously, the main shocking element of that episode was, what happened to Miharu's sister. What was your reaction when you saw that particular decision? Were you kind of shocked that they went as far as they did in that regard? Like, I would love to know your thoughts when that, scene played out.
Yeah, it's a great question. And I think the beauty of the question is, I think what this show has done, I wasn't super shocked, especially, seeing, Chifuyu in the office basically being made to look crazy. Like, I could only imagine that, basically what was happening to a degree is being gaslit to the degree of like, you're not well, like this is and it's got to be a really scary thing. And I mean, you don't have, she doesn't have parents to talk to. She has her younger sister who she's taking care of. She has no support system. So all of that falls on her. And it's got to be a really tough position to be in for her. So yeah, I'm not really shocked they went there. This show, again, we've talked about it. First episode, they were doing some crazy stuff. We get a lot of serious topics, and I think that's what makes us, and especially being a little bit older, enjoy the show so much. Is it's not
right,
just for kids. It's not all happy-go-lucky. Even when something bad happens, it always resets up. There's consequences. There's things that you have to be more mature to understand. But no, not super shocked by it. The way they presented it is probably the way that I thought they would have presented if they were going to do it, just as that episode kind of went on, where I saw, I'm like, yeah, this is again, well, the minute she said I'm going for dinner, I'm like, yeah, nope, and she's laying in bed still, like,
yeah,
it was going to end very positively. But yeah, definitely that helped shape Miharu as a character, then you get Mephismon, almost enveloping that dark e-pulse, that negative energy, right? The yin and the yang to a degree of, positive versus negative. So yeah, overall, they did a great job with that. And I think that's what makes the end of the arc stick as well as it does, despite the lack of the action, especially with the emotions we get from Miharu, Tomura, Chifuyu, everyone, the whole cast, the family comment by Tomura at the end saying, I learned, that was a big thing to say. Like in the beginning, he didn't want to be a part of the family. He just wanted to save his brother. Now he's bought into that, we're a family kind of thing. So definitely, they did a good job with that at the end of the arc.
Yeah. Cool. Very well said. Nick T or Pete, which one of you guys would like to go first, giving your kind of general thoughts here on 37?
Pete go.
Pete?
Pete go.
I'm interested to know your thoughts, because Pete and Nick T are similar to me in the sense of we watched it, we had to wait 2 weeks for this episode. So I'm interested to see what, you guys feel about it as well.
Yeah, I thought it was a solid episode.
Yeah,
I definitely agree with you that I wasn't as high as in expectations as you were, Dill, but I was expecting more, particularly from the final fight. Unfortunately, that's a trope that I'm very used to, whether it's comics or animes or anything, where you have the villain just growing to a gigantic size to basically do nothing.
Yeah,
it's a very common thing
to do nothing.
That actually happens.
Literally, he's right.
It just does, and then they just immediately get defeated. I could think of probably 3 different examples off the top of my head right now. So that as soon as he grew, I went, yeah, we could see where this was going. So underwhelming in that regard. The emotion, yeah, I agree with you guys. It totally hit. Got me even a little bit in my feels when Tomura was talking to Miharu, where I was just like, you know what? Like, look, she's not. I don't want to say she's a bad person. She's doing bad actions. She's definitely blinded by hatred and grief. And what she did, and she even recognized it at the end of the episode, was criminal, right? Like she had bad actions. She became a bad person in that regard, but she knew enough to stop herself. And I think that realization moment where you replay the same scene that we saw the previous episode with her sister, but it's just that perspective change of she completely went the wrong way. And the messaging her sister had, and it just like clicks in that moment of like, what am I doing? And of course she never meant it like that. Like, what is happening right now? I like that moment. I do like that also. We've talked about this in previous episodes, that she's not mind controlled. This is 100% her. You could actually argue it's more of her feelings that controlled Mephistomon, almost, you could say, right? Because she apologizes to them over and over and over. So I like that there's a lot of responsibility left at the feet of Miharu because she deserves it. I mean, she was literally depriving people of oxygen in the egg,
Mhm.
right? Like
Yes.
that's pretty dark. But what I guess I did this episode, if I want to say disappointment wise, I just wanted more. If we're assuming that the show is ending fairly soon, you got to give me more on Wong, right? Like
Yeah.
he's just
Yeah.
sitting there,
Now I
just
will
being like, it's a glitch, and
I
I'm just like,
will
yeah, but
I will say, Pete, again, we're not 100% sure if it's going to be 49 episodes. It could be like 60 episodes, and then we still have time.
100%.
But yeah, I'm ready to get to that.
Operating in that framework.
Yeah.
I'm ready to
of
get to
like,
Wong. Yes.
right, and I'm operating the framework of like, hey, let's say we have 12, 13 episodes left, right?
Crazy to
Let's say
think.
that's the
Yeah.
case. When are we going to really dive into this character, into the backstory that you glimpsed at, and just him being kind of like the stoic, kind of in denial moment, very company PR of saying like, yeah, there's no reason to reveal it. It glitches. There's nothing wrong there. That I think annoyed me a little bit because it's one thing to do it when the cameras are on, right? When he's trying to get caught. But when they're alone and it's just them and us as the audience, give me a little more. Give me a little bit more of a sinister nature there from Wong or something calculated, something intelligent, something. And I guess I expected a little bit better banter between the two of them.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
we really didn't get anything when they were alone in some of these scenes for a decent amount of time, considering the episode's runtime. And it just really didn't kind of evolve into anything that I wanted.
Mhm.
So yeah, overall, solid episode. Definitely hits the emotional beats, but I think they left some on the plate there of what they really could have done to kind of wrap up the gift arc.
Well, and there are going to be a couple of talking points that we'll have before we get to any super chats and donations that I want to, run by you guys. But first, Nick T, of course, want to hear from you. Want to know your general thoughts here on episode 37.
I also thought it was a solid episode. I don't think it was the best of the arc. I don't think, but I do think it finished, like it landed the arc on like a solid foot.
Yeah.
There were like elements of it that I really did like. Well, first of all, I liked being pretty correct about my call on Miharu and Mephistomon, where I'm like, I feel like they're sort of manipulating each other.
Sure,
Because essentially, what we had was Miharu, like, kind of unintentionally corrupting her sister's dream, taking what she thought her sister's dream was, or wish was, interpreting it, and then unleashing that onto the world unwittingly when that's really not what her sister wanted at all. And all Mephistomon was doing was fulfilling her wish, but obviously knew that was wrong. Like the two of them manipulated each other in a way that created literally a terrorist group.
Yeah.
Which I liked. I mean, I honestly was a little surprised at the lengths they were willing to go, because it wasn't just like, oh, we're gonna try to kill a bunch of people. It was like, we are depriving them of oxygen and holding them hostage until you like try. Like that was, I was like, oh my god.
I also loved when like Miharu made that point. Chairman, and I knew this was going to be Chairman Wong's response. Chairman Wong showed no care for the people. Of course not. Of course not. And like I was like, this is not going to work. You're trying to like negotiate with a guy who literally does not care about anybody.
Yeah.
But
gotta go after his bank account. She should have started draining the bank account. Anyway,
That's exactly.
He would have been real upset.
If he started like buying Blockbuster stock, but he would have confessed everything.
I'm donating all your money as you watch to all the nonprofits around the world.
Oh man,
He would have lost it.
That would have been it. That would have been it for him. Yeah, no, but I thought that was hilarious, Nick T. Yeah,
it was. Yeah, he was just so he does not care. But with that being said, like Pete, I kind of wanted a little bit more out of him. But it did lead me to believe that maybe, I mean, yes, he's obviously evil, obviously a horrible person. But I think he truly believes in what, like, I think his like worldview, his outlook is so poor that like, no, he's not going to concede to any point, because he truly does believe that Digimon are just glitches, whether they're because of him or not. Like, he is firmly seated in that belief and clearly like has a lot of disdain for them. So I think that was particularly interesting, because it shows that ideologically, like, him and gift were like just completely at odds.
Right.
And they really couldn't there was no coexisting. That wasn't, even if he did what she wanted, even if he announced that the existence of Digimon, I feel like that wouldn't have been enough because he wants to delete Digimon.
Right. Yeah. And
You know?
like
So
she's doing it because she doesn't want, her last memory of her sister, unfortunately, is that her sister, went like basically insane because she got gaslit to death, literally. And
literally death.
I think she wanted that sort of almost closure of like her sister was right and everybody deserves to know that her sister was right. But like at the end of the day, that I don't think it would have brought her the comfort that maybe she was really
exactly
hoping to get. Yeah.
It was kind of a losing battle in that sense.
It wouldn't help either.
It wouldn't help either.
Right.
There's a word, I can't really think of it, but like it's just like she would have achieved the goal and then just been like, oh, this isn't it. This isn't what we wanted. This isn't doing anything, and it would have been worse. So
right.
With that being said, like I really enjoyed those elements of it. Like I liked sort of analyzing and like really seeing what her thoughts and feelings were as this unfolded, and she as she realized that this wasn't her, like what her sister wanted. That was cool. There were some elements that I thought maybe fell a little short. The fight, for one thing, it was over quick. But that wasn't even what I didn't like. I didn't like how it resolved because there was something completely mentioned and completely ignored, and that was the glow coming out of Mephistomon's back, and the Chairman Wong going, "It couldn't be," and then that's it.
No, that's on purpose. We're gonna find out later.
And
Nick.
that's it.
Don't worry.
Nick T, I literally have that written down.
Don't worry.
And I was gonna say this man, Kishiwada Kanchi. I had to look him up, make sure I get the name right. The second in command at GIF that we still learned really nothing about.
Nothing.
Has a reaction.
That was gonna be my second point.
Has a reaction when Wong makes that statement, and then is just gone. We don't know what happens to him. Nick T, you can continue your point. I mean, that is, and we'll talk about
right.
that.
It was baffling. Well, and that was the thing. Like they show his reaction, and you're like, us too, man. And then not only do they not touch it, he disappears. We have learned nothing about him, despite him being able to conjure himself out of thin air.
Right.
Dude, I need some answers. Like, we have to come back to this because that glow and Kishiwada, like I need to know who is this guy.
We're gonna get there, Nick T. At the end of the show, we're gonna get there.
At the end of the show,
End of the show.
Nick T, can I just? This thought popped in my head. You know how you guys were talking about the prison break arc?
Yeah.
And this guy can conjure himself somewhere out of nowhere. He'll just go in there and take who he wants and bring him back out.
That's a very possible thing.
Maybe he's a Digimon in disguise. If you think about that.
That was like our.
That's a good one.
I don't know if you were on or not. That was a thought of ours because like he just in a whirlwind just popped up.
Yeah.
That was a very early theory. This is the scene that Nick T is referring to, and
that was in the real world, by the way. That wasn't in the mirror world.
Wasn't in the mirror world.
Let me bring that up a little more. And
this scene, obviously, the most recent one.
And I'll just make it big. And I mean, you can see for a man who's had very little emotion for the entire show, he's in some pretty complete shock. Yes.
Yeah. Right?
And right after he says that, and this is, for those that don't know, this is when Mephistomon has the glowing coming out of, its
like
back.
A cube almost. They show him like a cube coming out.
He has that reaction. Yeah. And then Kishiwada Kanchi looks at him, and we never see the two of them again. That is the end of the episode for the two of them. So, as Dredger said, clearly that was intentional. It 100% was. But in the context of the episode, you can certainly get annoyed at it, Nick T, because they show this, it's going to be probably a big element you think of the fight, and then they don't do anything with it. But you know that it's going to come down the road.
Yeah, it definitely will. Like, I mean, it has to. For me, it has to. Like, that's going to be a big thing going into the end of the show where, like, if that doesn't get touched on, I will be a little upset. Especially the light, like Kishiwada, whatever. If we don't see him again, I'll be like, all right, that kind of sucks, but whatever. The glowing from a Digimon, I mean, has to be something.
Well, and they show, I'm just rewatching the scene. They show like a cube.
Yeah.
It was like a cube. Of light.
They show a cube.
Yeah.
I wonder if maybe there's like a certain amount of Digimon, not many, that have some sort of like special power, and maybe that's why Genjo targeted, the brother of Tomoro, because maybe he had that similar power and he was doing it on Wong's behalf, and they're looking for like, I don't know, 5 of these special Digimon or something, and he learned the discovery of one of them, and by the way, he ends up, even after all of what Miharu does, he is okay with Miharu staying alive and just taking her as prisoner. I mean, they have certainly, I would think, killed people for less. I mean, this is a really, I mean, think about it. She kidnapped Chairman Wong personally, and even after that, he's still okay with, we're going to keep you alive. We'll just put you in jail. While some of the Tactics members, there was no issue with, they're not strong enough. We're going to kill these people in the arena. No problem. We'll cold heart these people in the arena. But it was very intentional that they kept Miharu alive. Maybe because Mephismon has some sort of special power. I don't know.
She could bring it out.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. I do think the Coliseum thing was sort of almost not extrajudiciously, but like not exactly under Wong's eye. I think that was more
just let it happen.
Sure.
But like,
he was kind of letting it happen, but Clay was like, that was really Clay just like straight up killing people.
That's fair. That's fair.
But to your point, he would have let it happen.
Yeah.
100%. I just, other than that though, I thought the episode was solid. The end and pissed me off in a good way, where they're like, yeah, it was just the way they explain it away. I'm like, God damn it, they're so good. Yeah, they're like, oh, the announcement was actually just for like an update that we were going to announce. Yeah, and everyone's like, oh, great. I'm like, you guys, come on.
Well, they've got to explain it away.
It didn't make me like pissed at the show. It made me like pissed at the World Union. I'm like, damn it.
Yeah,
these guys. But yeah, all in all, liked the episode. There was some things that it made it fall slightly short for me, but for the most part. By the way, no full evolution animation. Thumbs up.
Oh, the end? Yeah, thank gosh.
No, not at the. Well, I guess it was that midway.
Yeah,
through the episode?
I mean, basically, I know what you mean though. The end, like when they all got their ultimates, they all like, but we're gonna do this together. Immediate. We all like just kind of quit. It's like the Link summoning. The first few, cool. I don't need to see them.
I don't every episode.
Boop. I just don't need to see them.
Yeah, give me boom, quick. Let's get to it.
Yeah, I fully agree. Fully agree.
Do you have a looping video on of these shots?
I have these 3 shots. Yeah, well, this is the discussion that we're having, so I figured it.
Is it looping, or are you doing it manually?
It's looping. It's looping.
The Wong shot is the same way I react when I look at how much DoorDash charges me on an order. That's exactly the face I make that Wong.
Oh, DoorDash is such a ripoff.
Now I kind of want DoorDash. Where's D? Can I use Dean's Dash Patch thing?
I don't know if he still has it. You'd have to text him.
All right, I'll text him.
But no, I mean, the one shot I don't have here, and it happens right after Wong has the reaction, is the shot of Kanchi looking at Wong, and then that's the last we see of him. I spitballed a theory 2 weeks ago that Kanchi was actually and is actually Genjo, and Genjo was actually there the whole time, and so Wong was never in any real danger. I'm kind of getting more and more inertiated with that theory. But
you have to stop with this Genjo stuff, dude. If it happens, it happens.
Dude,
but like you are setting yourself up so many times on this character.
I'm fine if he's not Genjo, but like it's been 37 episodes now. Much like you said at the beginning, like, man, I'm ready for more Wong. I'm ready for more Genjo. I'm ready.
Dill, this is sounding a lot like the theory that Uemunushi's being taken, bro.
Oh, please. Okay, that's a stretch. It's not that ridiculous.
You're out of here, dude.
It's not that ridiculous. Is it?
Oh, wait. You just admitted live on camera that your idea was ridiculous about Uemu.
Well, the Uemu one, I empathize and understand why people feel it's ridiculous.
Have a good night, everyone. It's good seeing everybody. Good job.
Okay. I empathize and understand why everybody thought it was ridiculous. Let's not forget, Octomadely slapped me in the face for that theory. That was
well deserved.
That was a moment that's shocking. Now, will Octomadely ever be on the channel again? I don't know. I hope.
Oh,
I know,
wow.
and it has nothing to do with that.
Oh, I
It's
gotta
just
search.
they've just vanished
there's
since
no
Yu-Gi-Oh's
Yu-Gi-Oh.
ended, and that's okay. I get it. But no. That being said, I don't think the Genjo theory is as crazy as the or as out there. I can admit it was out there as the Yuumu theory. You know,
That's fair. Okay.
That's
All
fair.
right.
That's
All
fair.
right.
yeah.
Oh,
I take
as
it
out
back.
there. You just have to. I think you're putting a lot of stock into him, like being super important and having
I
this
am.
super cool reveal.
I am. Not as much the
dial that
reveal,
back
Pete. Not as much
just
the
a
reveal,
tad.
but I'm putting a lot of stock in him. I want him to be this really
That would be
fascinating,
awesome.
incredible character.
I would just caution how much of the eggs you put in that basket.
Fair.
That's fair, but I think his time is coming. I know you're upset because Clay is in jail, but I think Genjo's time
He's
is
coming out.
Oh, it's a personal
Jailbreak arc,
thing?
baby.
It's a
Jailbreak
personal
arc's coming. Him, Haru. Oh my god, it's gonna be crazy.
Oh
Is
my
what's his
God.
name in jail? Or is he just missing? Our former hitman.
Oh no, he's I thought he was at the
He's out and
sanctuary.
about.
Is
Yeah,
he at the
he's out.
sanctuary?
I thought he was with that
Oh, I
girl.
think he is. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
After that whole, we kind of like left him there.
He
That-
could
that's
cause
fine.
the jailbreak. He'll be the inciting one.
Well, the other big theory that we've kind of formulated at this podcast, I think it's Pete's theory, is that sanctuary. It's not going to be a sanctuary for much
dude,
longer.
that's
Yeah.
gonna be dark.
Well,
That's gonna
I
be
don't know
real
if they're
dark.
going to do that. I mean, that's crazy.
They're not gonna do that.
That's some crazy stuff already. So
Dredger,
They have.
okay.
I agree.
Wait, no,
but they're
wait.
not gonna do it.
Hear me out, though.
Oh no, this is
I'm
a bad
about to
idea.
back Pete's theory a little bit
This
here.
is gonna be bad.
I
We
like
just got like the darkest, worst Digimon's
Exactly. You don't
first
need
baby
two
level,
more.
and they're bringing it to the sanctuary in baby level. All you gotta do is give that thing
Reactivate
some e-pulse, and they could do some damage with it.
You say
Just saying.
meatballs?
literally Satan.
No,
I said
e-pulse.
e-pulse.
E-pulse,
Oh,
not
e-pulse.
meatball. I mean, meatballs, I would do some damage with some meatballs,
Yeah,
too.
I could do
That's
some
what I was
damage on a
thinking.
Only
meatball
power
right
up
now.
Italians. They don't power up Digimon.
They power battalion. Yeah, that's true.
I
Get
mean, I
us in
think
there. Get us
you
in
can
there.
make that argument, Cal, and I can do a counter argument where they've already done the darkest thing. We need to calm down a little bit. But I understand your
No,
point.
but I'm
But
saying
there's
just
already
as
there's already a
pawn in that
Digimon at the
game.
sanctuary that is breaking like the walls. It's that electromagnetic
Yeah.
disruption Digimon, and so
Which they've
Yeah.
shown us. They've already foreshadowed that it can be seen. And
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I agree that there's going to be an issue. I don't think they're going to like nuke the freaking baby freaking Digimon,
I think it's
bro.
going to be the
That's
Battle of
what's-
Bunker Hill, yo, and that's Bunker Hill.
Oh my god, that is
Pete, is that
a
historically
wild
accurate?
statement, bro.
I
The
don't
Battle
know
of
how he's
Bunker
trying
Hill.
to connect that, but
Yeah.
we're just gonna leave it
Yikes.
there.
I don't
Yeah,
know. It's
I'll
on
leave
top
it
of
there.
the hill, guys. That's
Dredger
really all I was
or
going for.
Caliber, do any of
Alright,
you
fair.
guys have any like theories or thoughts about what was happening? Probably the most foreshadowy, unexplainable part of the episode, which is that shot of Chairman Wong reacting to the cube. We get like
Yes.
the shot of the cube and then the light coming from Mephismon. And it clearly wasn't, it'd be one thing if then Mephismon, like, digi-evolved right into a champion or whatever I always forget a mega, the highest level that a Digimon can be, but that's not what happened. Mephismon just grew a
Yeah.
little bit. It didn't evolve. Do you guys have any theories as to like what's happening here?
I have one,
Okay.
and I just think that the last time he saw something that wielded that power was the last incident that they talk about.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
That
possible.
prior big incident. I think it
Sure.
has to do with some sort of cube of power, whatever you want to call it. That
The
these-
cube of
that
power.
like these pristine Digimon, these amazing Digimon, like have, and he's like, we need to get our hands on these. And seeing that, he's like, oh, it's close. Like these could be anywhere.
Right. Yeah.
Uh-huh,
I think that makes sense. I mean, it's clearly something that it's a phenomenon that he knows about. It's rare because of the
Yeah.
reaction he has. Dredger, do
Yep.
you have any thoughts on that sequence?
I think Cal hit the nail right on the head. I mean, it's one of those things that it's. We're not going to know until we know.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
True.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
that's all
I
got.
think you're right, by the way, on that. I do. I
Yeah,
think we're not going
that's
to know
all I
until we
got.
know.
I'll
Yeah.
never know until we know.
I like that.
I think Wong is the type of guy that I wouldn't even be shocked if like the man was trying to create some kind of like renewable energy source of some nuclear
Through
reactor.
Digimon. Yeah.
And he's like, the last time it went horrifically wrong just because all he probably cares about is money and power. And then he's like, oh, this is the next, Digimon I've seen since that could have this kind of power. Maybe we should restart those experiments. Like, he strikes me as a guy that would just be like, that stupid of an idea would be what's driving him just because all has to do with profit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Causes another disaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's a good point, Nick T, and I really do like how you like brought that up, because that was certainly the most interesting part of the episode from just a like future story perspective. But the other interesting part is Miharu's fate. I remember when we did this episode, when we did this show, excuse me, for episode 36, I believe it was me, Nick T, Pete, and DJ. I don't think Dak was able to make it. Cal, Dredger weren't able to make it. I don't think any of us thought that Miharu was going to survive this. I certainly didn't. I thought it was going to have a dark ending. But she does. She's going to jail. What did you make of that conclusion with her character, Nick T?
I was fine with it, actually. Like, I think with the way they were going, I think it was important to keep her alive in the sense that, in her heart of hearts, I don't think she's a bad person, and I think either potentially seeing her redeemed or further corrupted now that she is locked away only with her thoughts. It can really go either way, and I think maybe seeing her corrupted in the sense that if we have a jailbreak arc, we could see her do some real damage.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's exciting to think, because if there is a jailbreak arc, she can theoretically fight with Mephismon. Clay can theoretically fight with his, I mean, you could have some crazy fight sequences. And I feel like with her specifically, there is more to be desired there. Like, man, I thought there was gonna, we saw in 36, like, Mephismon had this ability that like almost like de-evolved, like evolved Digimon, and
that was weird.
Held off Clay, or not Clay, I'm sorry, held off Kyo, held off Rose, held off Tomoro. And then I'm like 37. Now we get to see the fight, and there really wasn't, a fight. So
and they didn't do anything with it.
I feel like there's more fighting with Mephismon that's still there, and that we could see in the future by keeping her alive. So I think that was a good thing.
One particular thing about Mephismon that I found very interesting, though, maybe even more interesting than its ability in fights, is the fact that it was able to like beef up her code, her virus, to surpass like any of the Shangri-La Egg's protections. So it's like that effectively makes it the like strongest thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, the fact that it's like, oh, I could just write a code and this thing will get it past basically anywhere.
Yeah.
Like that makes the two of them like very dangerous.
Yep. No, 100%. 100%. And I mean, she is an expert level hacker. I mean, she just is.
Yeah.
She created this whole thing, and she was able to hack onto everybody's Sapatama. Like, it's unbelievable what she was able to do. Pete, how did you feel about like the conclusion, temporarily at least, to her character, like keeping her alive and sending her off to jail?
It felt a little abrupt, to be totally honest. It was like, hold on, like this is a terrorist, and like we think she's going to jail, but I don't feel like that was outright fully 100%.
It was not. It was not.
And like also like the people that were there at the end, is that just generic like World Union people? Was that, her second in command? I was trying to make out like, was he down there? And like, because it's kind of a very far away image. So it's not, like, perfect to see, because there's clearly two suits that are just generic, guys.
Of course.
And then there's somebody else there. So I wonder, is she going to jail, or is she going to some specialized World Union 5-star facility or something like that to be interrogated or used or whatever it
Tortured.
is? Well, it did feel, maybe it did just feel a little abrupt in the way that, like, we talked about family, and I'm like, for a second, I'm like, wait, like, is she gonna join Glowing Dawn? But like, she can't. I mean, she's done all of this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, she can't join. And then like I'm like, oh, so she's gonna go off on her own. Like she's gonna kind of like travel the world, try to find herself. She doesn't have a Digimon, and it's like, no, actually, she's getting taken away by somebody. And it's like, oh, okay. I was like, sure. I mean, the only good thing out of that whole sequence, just like I said with the Clay episodes when they happened, I like not killing antagonists. Keep them alive. They can be useful at some point if you could obviously properly write that into the story.
Yeah.
I'm just excited to see, do they do anything with these characters that were antagonists that they did not kill? Are they just going to never be seen again and they're just alive in the canon of the show? Or are they actually going to play some kind of part here in the final stretch of the show? That remains to be seen.
So I did a massive, it's very well said, I did a massive zoom in on the characters. The one on the right looks vaguely familiar. Am I going crazy there, or...
Yeah, he's the guy. He might
that's
be
the
that's
one
the guy
guy
that talks to the broke. He's like
He's
one
our
of the people that
informant.
gives us the jobs. Yeah, he's the yeah.
But he's not the
like a
main
data
old
broker.
guy.
No,
I
he's
don't
our
know
data
for
broker.
Sure.
He's our
I think-
data broker. I thought that was the like bag of bones that's always
Oh,
at the
the
bar.
old dude.
Yeah.
No, it's he's our
No,
contact
that
at the World Union. He's definitely looks like the contact from the World Union. I don't know exactly. I forget.
I've
the
definitely
name.
seen. Maybe it was at like a coffee shop. I've definitely seen that man before.
He's paid them when they've turned in Digimon. I know that.
Okay.
Yeah, like sometimes he'll call them and be like, I have a special
Yeah. So he's
yeah,
definitely
he's called in.
Yeah.
So maybe she's not going to jail. Maybe she's going into like witness protection.
No,
It could be.
definitely
Jail.
not.
You think she's going
Jail.
to jail?
jail. She belongs in jail.
Here's the jail, it never fails.
What's the girl's name?
Well, she's going
to
in
jail.
there.
Maybe she's going to rehabilitation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that makes me more skeeved out for her, to be honest, than jail.
Yikes.
But no,
Yeah,
it's funny
exactly.
because as you said, Pete, at like the end of this episode, for a split second, I was like, wait, is she joining the Glowing Dawn? I'm like, there's no way
How's that going to work?
that they can take her in. And I do like, I mean, we've said it this entire arc, one of the most fascinating elements of like Gift and Glowing Dawn is that they have the same end goal, right? It's like Digimon freedom and like, working together. Like it's a very similar end goal. And I think Miharu, as she felt about Tomoro from the very beginning of this arc, has full faith that he will deliver salvation for the Digimon of this world. And she's headed to jail. She's turned herself in because she fully believes Tomorrow is going to be able to, and the rest of the Glowing Dawn will be able to continue, making strides in this progress. But it's certainly going to be an uphill battle. And we got the Kyo arc coming up. So we'll talk about that very briefly. I mean, it is just called the Kyo arc, but I would love to know, like, we got to get Kyo's backstory, right? More specifically, what happened when he left the 5 stars, right? I mean, I would hope we would get that. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think?
We're definitely
think
getting
we'll
his
get it,
5-star
yeah.
story. I feel like that's like one of the biggest question marks about him
Yes.
is like the fact that he was once a 5-star is no longer, and there is
Yep.
some weird energy about that.
Yeah.
And even with like his like banter with Rose, where she says something, oh, just like you to do whatever, and then he goes like, yeah, nothing more than like, the leader's lapdog or whatever he says back
Wong's
to her. It's like,
lapdog.
he
Yep.
clearly has like a bad taste in his mouth with all of them. And
Yeah.
they kind of have it back. Like, it's not like a hatred, but it's almost like just like a disgust for one another.
I will tell you, Cal, I really want to see Kyo interact with the crazy girl. I can't remember
Oh,
her.
yeah.
I can't remember her name ever, but
Something with an H. It's Honaka.
Honika,
something like
Honika,
that.
that's it. I really want to see her interact with Honika because obviously she's like obsessed with Kaito because of the way that he looks. But she also, I think, had a little bit of a crush on Clay as well because Clay is also a bit of a good
Crush on anyone that gives.
Well,
her
well,
attention.
exactly. And so
Yeah.
I'm sure she has a little bit of a history with Kyo. So I'm very excited to see what their like dynamic is going to be like. So I'm excited for that. But I really do think after the Kyo story arc here, like it feels to me like we're probably going to get to the final stuff. I mean, they could always add stuff like Gift came out of nowhere, but I feel like getting to the 5-star stuff, like that is the next
that's the next step.
big step. I can't think of any other, like, and again, anime can add things out of nowhere, but I can't think of any at this point other like burning questions that we can like cover that's been alluded to in the show so far.
Yeah, I think it depends, because you could do like an entire arc on the 5 stars, but then have it end with like, your big Genjo has been on his own the whole time, and it's a whole nother arc of battling just him.
Right.
And maybe there's a bigger group behind him that you don't even know about, of like, just people that he's planted and has in this organization everywhere, that if the 5 stars fall, he already has his own like break glass in case of emergency plan where he's ruling everything.
Well, like, that's a very good point. Like, I could, even if like the 5 stars are going to be the main focus, Wong, Genjo, whatever, I could certainly see that being 20 episodes. I mean, they certainly can take their time with that, with all the fights that you could have regarding, even if they don't do like a jailbreak where we see Clay and Miharu again. I mean, a Kaito battle, Hanukkah should get a battle, Rose should get a battle, Genjo, Wong, like there's so much stuff that you can do that I could really see this still being another 20 episodes. But again, we don't know how long it's going to be, and it'll just be something that we will monitor for sure. But do any of you guys have any other thoughts here on the arc finale episode? I do know that this episode, as it was said by somebody in the chat, was very much divided in the community. I did see that. And again, I think we all felt like it was solid to good, but I don't think any of us thought it was like great. Although Caliber, you liked it a lot, which is nothing wrong with that.
I think it helped watching both episodes together.
Yeah, back to back.
Yep. I would agree with that.
B2B, as they say.
BBB.
No, B2. Oh, wait,
B2B.
No, yeah, B2B.
No, it was B2B.
Yeah, it's B2B. Okay, cool.
I did have one more, not thought actually, because I looked it up and it took some digging. But the guy is Kawadazaki. That's the guy that calls them and like gives them. He worked for the Ministry of Civil Protection, and he calls up Maki and's like, "I have some information."
Right.
That's him,
that's definitely that guy. That's him.
100% him. You're right.
Can you say his name again? Tamazaki, you said?
Kawarazaki.
Kawarazaki. But I guess they're arresting her, right? I mean, he's not.
I mean, he works for the. He works for Ministry. He works for the Ministry of Civil Protection, which is part under World Union.
Yep.
And he's a sketchy guy.
Do we know who these two suits are?
I mean, they're just generic suits, I think.
Yeah, just dudes. They're gonna experiment on her.
Yikes. He's probably right. Still, yikes.
Yeah, guys, a question to you guys or
Sure.
Kat in general, just as a refresher: is Rose the newbie out of the 5 stars? Right? Is she the one that replaced Kyo?
No, I thought Genjo replaced Kyo.
Genjo replaced Kyo.
Genjo is the replacement.
Yeah.
Okay. He's the newest one.
Yes.
I guess I just want to know why Rose is so loyal. Because
she's like extremely loyal.
We've seen Kaito, we've seen Hanukkah, like we obviously Clay.
They don't give a shit.
Like none of these people gave a really two flying F's about what Wong was doing. Why does she care so much?
Well,
does she have?
You want to know why? You want to know why?
She's
sleeping with Wong.
That's her dad.
Well, okay, those are two very different thoughts.
Three very different thoughts we just had.
Exactly.
Did you guys coordinate that? You said those at the same exact time.
No.
Oh my God.
We're
please.
just so linked together.
No, let me say this. I think she is a bit of a bag chaser. I think Wong pays her, and I think that she might just be drawn to the money. Or Dredger's theory. I kind of like that one.
I like my theory too.
Nick T, what do you think of Dredger's theory?
I don't like it. I'll say that. I
don't like it.
Oh, by the way, Meta and Canon, I actually really do like the two of them a lot. I think
they're funny. They're honestly.
I think they're funny, and I think their Digimon bicker the same exact way every single episode.
You know who continues to annoy me? Geckomon, bro. Just
continues
to piss me off. Bro.
Caliber loves Geckomon.
You don't like his catchphrase?
Yeah, no.
Wait,
and saying everything wrong, bro. Oh my God, I'm so over it. Like, please, God.
DJ hates him too.
I don't think. I feel like Nick T's the one that really loves Geckomon.
No, I do.
Calibro loves Gekomon.
Oh, that makes sense. That checks out.
I like
Gekomon.
him. I like him.
Character.
Exactly what it sounds like is what it means.
Yeah, I know it's so easy to predict like who in the group was going to like him and who was going to hate him. It was
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
obvious.
Very-
Pretty
I would have bet
straightforward.
my life on it.
Caliber's the eye guy when I wanted to kill him in brains. Caliber's like, he's a pretty funny guy. Kind of like him.
Love I.
Oh man.
I was
You know what's
hilarious.
funny? I didn't hate I as much as I hate Gekomon. I will say that.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a difference.
I grew on me as the show went on.
Okay,
where
now question
Gekomon's
though,
the
Dred.
same thing. Yeah.
Did you like him before he got the Solstice body? Because that's an important
Before he got
distinction.
hot.
Did I like him before he got hot? Yes, I
Before he
liked
got
him.
hot.
What
I
was the old
liked him.
quote?
Dill,
Pete?
what was that you said about that? Yeah.
Oh, I didn't say it. Don't
It was
claim-
definitely Dylan. Dylan
I
definitely
didn't
said
say it. No, there
I
was
think
someone
you
on
were the origin of that.
there was someone on Twitter. I don't know who it was, but I was
No, that was a
scrolling-
fake tweet. You said it.
No, it was a
Oh
real
my
tweet.
God.
It was a real tweet from someone in the community. I didn't say it, but the tweet was
Wait,
like, if-
Dylan,
yeah,
before the tweet, do you want marshmallow fluff in your hot chocolate?
I would like some hot chocolate. Yes.
No,
Would
do
you
you
like
want
marshmallow?
marshmallow? fluff in
yes,
your hot
yes, yeah. I like
chocolate?
marshmallows.
Damn, I
It's a
wish
very
we were all there
specific.
getting
Yeah, no,
hot
we know you
chocolate.
like marshmallows, Dylan. They're at your wedding. I'm very aware of this.
It was the only request I had for my wedding. Oh, good old s'mores
yeah.
bar. Well, thank you, Bree. I appreciate
Okay,
that.
go ahead.
I don't remember what I was gonna say.
You
Thank
said
you.
something
About
in
your
the
tweet. About
It
your
was not
tweet.
my tweet, and I did not say it.
It wasn't. It was somebody legitimately did right.
Yes, yeah.
don't know.
Somebody legit tweeted, and they tweeted like, if you didn't want to like sleep with I before, you have no right
You
to
don't
say
wanna
you want to
F
sleep
That's
with him
such
now.
a wild.
After he
statement,
became a
bro.
soldier.
That's
No,
why
I mean,
it's an important distinction of what you thought about.
What a wild.
there were
statement,
people in the
I
Brains
swear.
fandom that were thirsty. I don't
They
know.
were down. They were down.
Yes, there
That's a
were.
respectful
You're
way
not
to
wrong
say
about
it,
That.
you know?
that is a true
Just-
statement.
But
Well, wasn't that also like your-
that quote was not from me, Nick T. That was from a random person on
I
Twitter.
don't know.
Oh, come on.
I don't know.
Ah,
What were you gonna say, Cal?
I thought that was like his Discord status message for a while.
oh my god.
It might have been.
Yeah.
You know, I really watching through 5Ds, and man, I really 5Ds is such a good show, and I'm
Isn't 5D's great, man?
it's so good.
5D's
Yeah, I think it's
awesome.
the best one, and I'm watching through it, and
You can't say
man,
that.
I'm like, I if there's one regret I have when it comes to like content and all this, and like I don't really beat myself up over it because it's just like what the times were. I don't even think live streaming was really like a thing in 2013, 2014. Maybe
I
it
mean,
was,
it was, but it
was
was
rough.
small.
maybe it was like
was
just
rough.
starting. Maybe yeah. But
Yeah,
like
it was
I was
smaller.
like, man, I really wish I started the channel like 10 years earlier. Like I really do, because like or like started streaming 10 years earlier, because like by the time we were doing streams like this to cover Yu-Gi-Oh anime episodes, we started like Vrain's episode 91, 92.
Yeah.
Like we didn't even do it for a quarter of Vrain's, and that was it for like the main line Yu-Gi-Oh shows. So like
Mhm.
it sucks that we weren't able to ever do this for like any of the other like, you know, Gallop Yu-Gi-Oh, but you know, maybe one day in the future.
Yeah.
Real vote of confidence there, guys.
Dill, I don't know
No,
what.
we'll
I'm going to lie to you. I can lie to you.
No, I don't. I agree. I don't
Someday.
feel good about it either. I just
No,
silent.
we will.
The-
We
the-
will.
Wait, so do you
Bill.
mean-
Just,
yeah.
we'll be 35, 36 years old. That's all.
Wait, do you mean that we're gonna retrospectively look at Gallop anime? 'Cause that's
No,
all we're
no.
gonna get.
I mean like a new
Oh
Yu-Gi-Oh
my
show.
Because that's all we're.
Ay, ay, ay.
That was tough.
That's
That was
oh,
What
No,
were
I
we
actually
doing
watched
that we
it.
didn't start the channel 10 years earlier, man? We had to get it together.
Um,
What are we doing? We're out there
Job,
partying?
school.
Well, Dylan.
Are they
Well,
doing
Dylan
crazy
was doing
stuff?
the
Dylan
channel.
wasn't partying.
He was in his final year of college.
Pete convinced me to go back to doing YouTube. Pete,
Yeah, it
Pete
took
and Nick T's
years of
brother.
convincing.
Yeah, Pete
Yeah.
convinced me, and then Nick T's brother convinced me. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole the origin story is that when back in the day when you used to make YouTube videos,
Which, by
you
the way,
stopped making them.
that channel, Nick T, nobody in the community knows about it except
Reveal it.
Elaine, who actually found
Yeah,
that
they found
channel.
it.
Huge,
That's right.
but to Elaine's
Great
credit,
channel.
and I love her for this, she has not told anybody. So, you
Yes,
know,
we're
keeping
keeping it a
shout out
secret.
to Elaine, but she
Yeah.
found it. I can't
She did
believe she
find it.
found it, but I used to do,
Good
and
luck
I've
that.
said this before, Super Mario 64, like Let's
Oh
Play
my
videos.
God.
I have a full
Those
walkthrough.
were
They're still up on the
Yes,
channel.
and-
Those
also
are
had
pretty good view wise, if I remember.
They were pretty
correctly.
good. Yeah.
All I know is for the times, the quality is like terrible and my voice is insane. But like
Your voice is
You were
so
a
all
kid,
you have
dude.
to know about the times is in
child.
one of those Let's Plays of Super Mario 64, I'm talking about how I can't wait for the Jets Bengals wild card round playoff game. And little did
2009.
young Dylan know at that point the Jets would make the playoffs the next
That would be
season and then never again for the rest of my freaking life. So if
So
I
you
could,
want to know a crazy stat, Dylan? Tom
Yeah.
Brady has more wins than the Jets do in the last 6 seasons in the last 6 years. He hasn't played in the last 3 years.
that is a crazy stat. There's also an
Is
even
there worse? There's more?
crazier stat that Delayed
Oh.
sent me, and I'm
Oh,
gonna find it real
no.
quick.
Lost that boy.
Delayed got
As you find that, I'm gonna finish the story regarding this, in that you stopped making those videos, and you and my brother made a deal that if Fall Out Boy, because they took the hiatus shortly thereafter, and he said
Fall Out Boy returned.
if they come back, you got to start the YouTube channel back up. And lo and behold, in 2013, that's what happened.
Yes,
And then and shortly thereafter, you started making not those videos, but videos.
Yeah,
And then
Uncharted
Pete was
Let's
like,
Play.
Yo,
Pete let me in. Yep.
Yeah,
yep.
those. Well, I didn't let you. It was our channel, and those are still up. You could still view those over.
Yeah,
on
if you wanna
Close
watch
Game.
me
You
play
can watch
Uncharted
Young
2.
Dylan play all of Uncharted 2 and about halfway of Uncharted 3. got up
Yeah.
there.
So this is the stat. My apologies. It was not Delayed. It was Latrell who sent me this.
Oh, that's worse.
Wins at MetLife Stadium since week 1 of the 2025 NFL season. New York Jets 2, France and Norway each have 2 as well.
Jesus Christ.
I texted him and said, come on, man. And then he said, hey, man, you're the first person I thought of. And then I said, I appreciate that. Whenever I hear any iShow Speed song, you're the first person I think of. And then he sent a well played Sir GIF, and I hearted it. And that was the end of it.
When was this?
That was like 3 days ago.
Okay.
Yeah. No, they haven't surpassed the Jets yet.
In all seriousness,
No, I wasn't sure. It was
If France wins the World Cup
Yes.
final, they will pass.
Or
the
Norway,
Jets.
yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Norway.
is there ever a
No
moment,
way.
Dill, and I appreciate the loyalty,
Sure.
is there ever a moment where you're just like, I gotta pick a new NFL team?
Never.
You know,
I
like,
don't think
you
he's
gotta
ever
do it.
had that.
No.
As
You know,
crazy
like,
as that sounds.
That'll
You might
never-
have to just. Why are you doing this?
That'll
man?
never happen. But there was a moment recently where I was talking to my brother and Delayed, and both of them genuinely feel like we might be a 9 or a 10 win team next year.
This season.
Yes,
This
yeah,
season.
this coming
Oh,
season.
no.
And
With Geno Smith?
Do you see
With
where
Geno
the
Smith.
delusion? Do you see where the delusion is starting?
But I
all over
couldn't
again?
believe it. I'm listening in on the conversation, and Delayed is like, listen, I think if we're gonna beat the Titans, then we just steal a win against like the Bears, Packers, or Lions. We're 2-2, and he starts going, and I'm like, do you understand the words coming out of your mouth?
Bears,
and then my brother,
Packers, or Lions.
and then my brother's like, no. If Gino
my.
can turn back the clock like 2 or 3 years ago, we may actually be a good. I'm like, dude, you guys. We have to stop doing this. We can't. It makes the season that much more painful. It's already going to be a painful season. We can't. It's just
Are we going to the opening MetLife game?
no.
I thought we were all going.
No, I'm not. I am not
we're
going.
not?
You can text Delayed. I am not going. I'm not wasting my money. No, not to.
Wait, do we want to go to? Wait, who do the Ravens play? Should we go to a Ravens game, Baltimore?
It'll probably be more money.
We could. There's actually a Commanders Rams game in Washington in the.
Oh, I would go to that.
Oh, that's
that'd be
like
fun.
90
I'd
minutes
go to
for
that.
me. Yeah, that's not far.
Yeah, I'd go to that.
There is that if anyone was interested.
All right, we'll look into that. Oh my God, just crazy stuff. All right, well, listen, boys and girls, I appreciate all of you guys watching. You guys are great. We got more Digimon conversations coming up for sure on this stream. The Gift Arc conclusion. You can catch us here live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. I think we've got some donations and super chats. So
we do.
We're going to read all these, but I do want to give some shout outs. Huge thank you to Cal Breezy, Dark Emperor J, Ice Aiden, that one guy legit, a few donations. Thank you so much. That one guy legit gave him a generous shout out at the beginning of the stream, and a huge thank you to that man who I did the same for. And Goose, great to see all of you guys. Yeah. Let's read some donations. I appreciate all of you guys so much. And we'll keep the Beat Break convo going. And anything you guys want to talk about, as you know, sometimes during the donation part, we get off the rails, and that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Absolutely.
Love you, Dredge.
Caliber, would you like to start?
Sure, I've been a member at Slifer Red for 78 months.
Insane.
Wow,
Let's
dude.
go.
My
Oh,
longest
let's
member.
go.
My longest member. Thank you so
And
much, Cal.
I said 6 years and 6 months. So close.
Dredge is going to be like,
month,
all right,
dude.
first show in August, I'm not coming
Wait,
to it.
so wait, that means 4 months. All right, I'm out August 8th or August 7th or August 6th, whatever it is. Thank you. I'm out. Oh my god.
Oh, boy. That is too funny.
The best. Cal's gonna wait to do it to the following week. All right, now
I will wait until you're here.
I love that.
Cal,
genius.
6 years, 6 months. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for the 78 months. Really means the world. Thank you so much, Cal. Dark Emperor J, thank you for the 100 bits. Random question. 2 years ago, I asked you each who your hardest boss fight was in a video game. And with all of you here, I decided to do an update on it since you guys have played more games. Also, I'll give you the old answers from 2024. Dark Emperor J cheered another 100 bits. Sorry, I misclicked. Sorry, clicked enter by mistake when typing. Here's your old answers. Dill picked Malekith, Nameless Puppet, and Orphan of Kaz. Dredge picked Cynthia. Pete picked Lazarevich from
Cynthia.
Uncharted 2. Nick T picked the Cleric Beast. And I love that.
Bro, Nick T, I'm not gonna lie, we haven't talked about this, bro.
No.
It wasn't that hard.
I'm not
Please,
doing it, dude.
please pick the Cleric Beast again. And Calibro picked Melania. So I will start
Wait,
because
who the hell is Cynthia?
Cynthia from Pokemon.
Oh, I did say that.
Yeah.
But I
Now,
also don't think I had.
no.
played-
In
yeah.
2 years, Pete and Dredger have played a lot of the Souls
Yeah, I
catalog,
actually
so
have.
Yeah.
that will certainly change for them. I will give you. So Malekith to me was still the Elden Ring boss that I did struggle with the most.
Blackblade, yeah.
But I have to. I'm gonna get rid of Orphan of Kaz. That was kind of one of those bosses that was really there. I think because I was much younger in my Souls career. It is a very
You
difficult
owned them the
boss.
next time.
Yeah, I mean, it took me a few. It definitely took me like a dozen tries. I mean, it took me quite a few tries, but you know, there was a point where I literally couldn't beat him. But I've come a long way since then. So I'm gonna get rid of the Orphan of Kaz. I am going to pick Malekith. I will remove the Nameless Puppet, and I will put Radon the second time on there. I feel like I have to do that. And then I will also put Arlecchino without assistance.
Oh well,
I don't think
haven't gotten there
I
yet.
don't think there's a world where I can even do that. And I don't have any.
Wait, Dill, did you ever beat Archino without her?
No.
Yeah, I don't think I could.
No. And I have no.
Without Leia.
Yeah, and I have no desire to
dude.
try. I have no desire to try.
And I'm so good at the perfect guard system in that game, and I still think I could.
You are.
Yeah, no,
It's
and
just
you are.
That second phase is just that opening, dude. It's just so
I'm
freaking
not
stupid.
looking forward to getting.
So stupid, bro. Good
Yeah,
luck. So stupid.
the help makes it a little easier. It's still a tough fight, but those are the
It's still
three.
hard.
In honor of my answers 2 years ago, I'll pick three more. So those are the new three. I'll keep Malekith, Radon in the DLC, and then the Arlecchino. So we'll go down the list here. Pete, Dredger, I'm sorry, you're next. You picked Cynthia last time. What are you picking now?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'll go Arlecchino, and I will also put oh god, who did I struggle with in Bloodborne? Oh my god, wait, I'm missing
Kaz, Orphan of Kaz, right?
I mean, Kaz, I struggled with. Wasn't there a boss I died more to than Kaz, or was it Kaz?
I thought Kaz was.
I'll put Kaz.
Yeah.
I'll say Kaz and Arlecchino. I still think Nameless Puppet was so livid with that boss.
And the monster
So
of green slime or whatever the hell that thing's called.
Dude, what didn't help is I had worked all day. I came home and like I'm gonna beat this boss. And mind you, I didn't start the boss. I got to the boss. I'm gonna try and beat it in 10 tries or 15. And I'm like, I'm not going to bed. I opened my mouth. I'm like, I'm so stupid.
Yeah.
So I'm out of gas. I'm so tired. I'm like, I can do this. And I kept making the same mistakes, which made it 10 times worse. Too.
That fight is so annoying.
Oh my god, yeah, but no, I still think I would say Kaz, Arlecchino, and I would say Nameless Puppet. But the green swamp monster, I think if I was just locked in a little better, we wouldn't have a problem.
Sure, I can't wait for the sequel of that freaking game,
Oh
boys.
god,
It's gonna
that
be a
game's
lot of
gonna
fun.
be so much fun.
Great picks there, Dredge. Next up, Pete, you picked Lazarevich from Uncharted 2. Great pick, by the way. And if you're not looking in the Souls category, I think that probably still is the top for you in the non-Souls category. But for those that don't know, Pete has played two major Souls games since 2 years ago, Elden Ring and Lies of P being the main two. So Pete, were you sticking with Lazarevich or are you changing?
First of all, I can't believe that question was 2 years ago. It feels like it was just yesterday.
I do.
Yeah, seriously.
Which is mind blowing. Yeah, outside of Souls, yeah, Lazarevic, especially when you're playing on crushing difficulty, is so annoying. I actually watched Dak play that fight recently, and I was just like, yeah, I don't miss this fight at all. Yeah, but now thinking about a couple of the Souls games I've played, I 100% thought I was never going to beat Promise Consort Radon. That has to go on there. I mean, that I know it's it's nerfed now compared to when Dylan beat him, but
He kept saying that.
crazy. I died 106 times before I beat
Yeah.
To
him.
who?
To Promise Consort Radon. Yeah, he killed
Oh,
me
better than me.
106 times. He was
Well,
yeah,
they nerfed him.
yeah, exactly. That's why.
I don't know if that's what happened. I don't know if that's.
I'll never forget when Dylan was playing those up till 3:00 in the morning, and then he was working the next day at 7:00.
Dude,
Driving
that was
into Woodbridge.
some messed up stuff.
The best, and then sending all of us a video of him maniacally laughing with a cup of Dunkin' coffee driving to work.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah,
I'm
won't
surprised you
forget
didn't
about
crash that fucking car, dude. Excuse my language. Oh my god.
that. So true.
Yeah.
Oh, those were the
But yeah.
days, boys.
Promise Concert Radon. I lost my mind a little bit on Nameless Puppet. I
Oh my
definitely
God,
putting
dude,
Nameless
so
Puppet in there
frustrating.
on Legendary Stalker. He killed me a bunch.
Yeah.
That took a while for me to figure out that second phase. I was losing my mind.
Oh, so it's livid.
Oh my god. And then for right now, because it just recently happened this past weekend, for some reason for me, Marconia in the beginning of the DLC, I don't know if I was under leveled or whatever. She was
No, Marconia
driving
was a
me
pain.
up a wall.
I don't.
I like was getting so frustrated.
What a
What's
woman.
funny about Marconia is
What a
the
woman.
reason, and Janeth also wrote how I struggle with Lady Maria, which is also a true statement. I think the reason I don't think those are harder because I didn't mind looking at them. So even though the fight might have been difficult for me,
No,
like
great.
it wasn't harder because I was like, this is at least I'm getting a view, you know. But
She
Marconia
told us,
was
Dredge,
tough.
in the fight, she told us that we belong to her now.
Oh, yeah. I'm all ears.
and she was telling us to do things for her. I mean, she's wearing.
I thought about it a couple times. I took the L on purpose. I'm like, you know, it's all good.
Why not?
those,
Oh
I would too.
God.
I'm
three
looking
right
here.
now. Go for it.
Oh, you remember Marconi? Nick T. Remember? I think. Wait, did Nick T come on to watch you
Yeah.
Yes.
the first
Yeah,
time? I remember
yes.
that. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Marconia, dude.
Nick T, my man, you
Yes.
picked 2 years ago the Cleric Beast, which you did fight when you played a little bit of Bloodborne. So
I did back in the day.
What are you picking now?
I haven't played many like difficult games since.
So it's the Cleric Beast
I
still.
think it's got to remain Cleric
I
Beast.
love that.
I've sort of fallen out of the like as much as I really like the lore in regards to all the Soulsborne games. I've just kind of fallen out of like the punishing game thing.
Oh, it's not for
I just, like-
everybody, dude. It's
yeah,
a brutal.
I
It's genre.
yeah. In general, I haven't played very many games as of late, but I would say specifically like games that like are punishingly difficult. I just have really fallen out of. So, Cleric Beast it is.
Yeah, well, it's similar to DJ Nick T. DJ has said he can't play those types of games because he'll just like punch a wall and he just can't.
DJ would actually physically assault somebody
Just
playing
can't-
that game.
he can't do it.
I would love to. I would pay DJ $10 an hour
stream?
for like 6 hours of playing straight. I think he would break everything in his home. I
Yeah,
swear.
of course he would.
Like DJ playing that game, I can see how he's fighting the Cleric Beast. He's like, I freaking dodged it. Are you kidding me? And just it would be.
You'd have to give him several controllers.
It would be a sight to
And
behold.
you remember,
Remember?
Nick T, remember what he did to that remote when the Yankees lost?
I'll
that
never
remote
forget.
Must hit the wall at 90 miles an hour. I've heard that story.
I'll never
so many
forget.
times.
By the way, they still won the series. Just for the
Yeah.
context.
Oh my god.
Calibro, 2 years ago you picked Melania. Great choice from the base game of Elden Ring. Certainly a lot of people, the consensus is that she is the hardest in the base game. Are you sticking with that or are you changing?
You can keep her in there and then add Consort Radon. I mean,
Yes.
even post
Even post-patch, she's tough.
Yeah, even post like 3 patches or whatever it was, you know.
I think it was 4
patches.
actually.
It was so. I mean, it was so
4
much
patches.
harder the first time. So we have to give
4
you all the
patches,
props
I
there.
think.
But yeah, no, those two were probably my top still. When I played Lies of P, I didn't get the Nameless Puppet.
Oh yeah, you were
Austin.
too nice.
So
Gave
I'm
your
like-
heart away?
So I'm playing. I have to play it a second time, and then the DLC came out,
jeez.
so I'm in the middle
Wait,
of DLC somewhere.
Wait, Cal, you're gonna go, so you're gonna play DLC and your second playthrough, and then go against Nameless Puppet in on your second playthrough.
Yes.
You're gonna
good
hear
Lord. Good
in that fight
luck.
because you're gonna go through a lot of dying. You're just gonna hear
Yeah.
Geppetto over and over, just being like, "You were supposed to be a good boy," and I'm like, "Dude,
It's the
shut
most
up.
frustrating
Oh my
thing in the middle of
god!"
the fight,
You were
dude.
supposed to be a good
Oh,
boy.
My God.
Well, listen,
Good luck.
good
Poor
stuff.
Geppetto.
Really good
Uh,
stuff. Great question, Dark Emperor J. We always love your random questions, so thank you so much
We
for
do.
that. Thank you, Dark Emperor.
Oh, funny.
What do we got next? Oh,
Ice
okay, now
Aiden?
we're
Ice
down
Ice
to the
Aiden?
real. Yes, Ice Aiden. We have Ice Aiden with a $5 dono,
Thank you, Ice.
Ice-
Appreciate you,
Ice
man.
Aiden.
and he said, "Hello, Digibros.
Pressure.
Belgium pressure. Belgium destroyed USA in the World Cup.
Yeah, we know. Tough.
Come
And
on,
then a
man.
separate idea. I can't wait for them to get their megas."
I mean,
Like, what a
dichotomy of that
transition.
statement.
Yeah,
is
because when I first read it, I'm like, the Belgians are getting their mega.
Well,
Yeah.
Romelu
What?
Lukaku is getting his, he's,
Oh,
Yeah.
imagine Lukaku with a mega.
Yeah.
Guy's already massive.
yeah.
Huge.
Mega Kaku would be his
Huge.
name.
up.
Ice Aiden, I want to thank you so much for the $5 super chat. In regards to Belgium destroying the USA in the World Cup, I will just say this. I've called him for years, Crybaby Christian. He did
Yeah,
not show
it's
up.
true.
He is.
does.
Can you pull up the photo of him from the hospital bed?
I'll try to find it.
Oh, no,
I'll try.
no,
Yeah,
no,
I'll try to
please,
find it.
please.
He.
And also put a side by side of that from the guy from SpongeBob, where he breaks his whole body every day and every
Oh,
night.
yes.
But you know
Oh,
what? Even he's obviously
glass
such
stones
an
and paper skin.
injury-prone player. But even when he's on the pitch, he's really not that good.
He's all smoke, all talk.
He's
Yeah.
overrated.
Yeah, and so it's a shame what happened. I think the problem the USA has is when they play a legit team in a knockout game, they clearly do not have any experience playing in these
But how can
really
you just be so nervous? Like that was I understand not having experience, but you're all professional soccer players. I understand you played against a great country, but I'd argue Belgium is good, not great.
but much better
just-
than who we've played up until
Agreed,
that point.
but I
There's
think
levels to it.
that's got to fall a bit on the coach for not giving. Because again, as someone who played, like there were big games, like you just.
Yeah.
Some guys have it'd be different. Like if it's some of the guys in the team played well, not a single guy in that team played well. Like that's the worst part. It's not McKinney and Walt were playing good. Everyone's touch was terrible. No one could make a pass. The goalie was scared. We were scared. We couldn't cover people. It's different if like one or two guys are a little off, like maybe the 21-year-old Freeman or Tillman, but they were probably as the game went on,
Tillman,
they're
I
better
thought was
players.
the best player.
Someone's
yeah.
the goal.
Yeah, it's just I don't know that it's got to be either it's on the players, the coach, but it just again I agree. Were we outmatched? Yes, but I think it's very frustrating to watch.
They need to beg
This should be good.
to join Copa
No, this is
America
good. This is
between the World Cup tournaments because the CONCACAF tournament is just
There's
them.
not getting any competition.
Right,
cakewalk
exactly,
with them
exactly.
Mexico.
I
You
agree with
have to
that.
simulate major competition, and you can do that against Colombia, Ecuador, Brazil,
Yeah.
Argentina if you like advance deep. Like winning the CONCACAF. Okay, you beat Mexico. I mean, I view U.S. and Mexico very similarly in terms of skill
Yes.
levels. Like they're
Yeah.
both good countries,
Not
but they're
great.
not.
They play better than we did.
I would agree with that. But they're
Yeah.
not near the level of like being able to actually consistently beat like top European or even top South
No.
American countries.
No.
And for the US, it's I mean that was genuinely the biggest blowout I think in the round of 16. It was one of the only games
Pathetic.
that was not competitive.
It was
So
it was pathetic, and I was reading this thing. Long story short, this week after the loss happened, and basically the problem has to do with just the structure of soccer in this country, in the
Mhm.
federation, and obviously you could talk about that for hours. But the main thing is, it is too expensive as a kid to play soccer compared to other sports,
yeah.
and so you basically just economic price people out of parents that cannot afford to get their kids. It's not just the gear; it's get into these clubs, get into
travel.
this
Oh,
training,
yeah.
the travel, and because that's so expensive, and later on pro clubs like the MLS and all these things are not putting back into the players. They don't receive anything. There's no transfers or anything that happens in Europe. It's not allowing them to have any return on these players. And instead, the players and the families as they are growing up and in those critical years from like 11 to 18 of where we see if you're a superstar or not, you're paying. They're not paying you. You're paying the clubs. And most people can't afford that. And so all of our better athletes just go to other cheaper sports.
Yeah.
That's why we'll never be good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now, no,
Well said.
it is a bad system here for like youth, soccer in the country. But I will say, Dredge Caliber, you guys have walked into some raucous environments, whether it was Manalapan, whether it was Christian Brothers Academy. When you guys are walking in, Nick Winery with the keeper band and Matt Russo, as your main guy. I mean, like
What a pull.
what was the vibes like walking into an environment like that? Because I know some of those away stadiums, they're raucous in the crowd, Dredge. Like, how do you handle going to like a Christian Brothers?
That's a great question. I think the biggest issue with one of these two comparisons is one school literally like searches for their soccer player and their talent. That's the one difference. But even the going into playing CBA, I don't think there was any real nerves.
We
it's
tried
one of those
not
things
to lose
that
by 5.
no, I mean the problem was like the crazier part about the CBA specifically is I played with a lot of the CBA guys, didn't travel.
Yeah.
I played a lot of them. Like and I'd argue that. I was just as good, if not better than some. And some of them were better than me, obviously. But I think it's just the cohesion that those guys get by playing together as much as they do. And they all play soccer year round, right? A lot of our guys, Matt Russo,
Who knows what he's doing in the summer?
Kyle Goodman. Like, we got some guys that are just... They're not. I mean, again, Matt and Russo.
Goodman, what a
Russo's
pull.
funny because here's the thing. I always speak highly of Russo's ability to play defense at soccer.
Russo was an
but
athlete.
Russo had rocks for
He was
feet.
not
It was
rock.
very simple.
Yeah.
Didn't have a nice
Good
touch.
touch.
Could run people down, play physical, clear the ball. Great job at that. In the air, he was pretty good, but it was the technical part of the game where he struggled. And I think it's just one of those things that going into a stadium, I'd argue Manalapan was much harder to play against. The Manalapan fans were much more raucous. Manalapan also played a lot harder, so you knew you were going to be hurting after that game. You're going to be sore. But when you play soccer, as long as I have or Cal has, it's one of those things you go in and you have a confidence. You know what you do in practice, and you got to go play your game. And just playing scared, it was always something that like frustrated me when it happened. Because I hated that. I'm all about like, you're going to make mistakes. No one's perfect, but you got to be able to build on it and push past it and keep playing the game. So playing in those away stadiums was a challenge, but I welcomed it. I was excited to play on the road.
If you two, and that was awesome. If you two were subbed on against Belgium, I think the U.S. men's team takes it to extra time.
You know what's crazy? I actually was talking to Nicole about this last night, and I was saying I should, because she saw this. You sent this to my wife. Hilarious as it was. And I looked at her, I go, honestly, if I pushed it about 16 years ago and I went all out, I do believe I could have played, not on Team USA because that'd be aggressive to say, but I could have probably played in the MLS.
That's awesome.
I really wanted to and tried. Unfortunately, one of my least admiring qualities is at that age, I was so lazy with things like that, unfortunately. Even when I was younger, I would try. Like, I could play with both feet. I could play technical. I could play hard. I could play physical. I was fast. I played a lot. I played with older kids, younger. I played with everybody. And that is one of my regrets of not really pushing myself when I was all in that age range. But no, I don't think putting me and Kellen would have made a difference. We were already screwed. No. But I appreciate the candor you have and the kindness of saying that.
Even in our prime, I'm not sure we're getting that.
Yeah, dude. The Belgians.
Judge, you don't think you could mark Lukaku?
Team. Actually, I think I could. I think I could mark Lukaku. It's guys like. Actually, that's a lie.
Lukaku's like 6'4".
It's not about the height. You know how many times I would torture him all game? He would
Tim Ream is 6'6".
By 20 minutes in, he'd be hate.
Tim Ream.
Tim Ream is terrible. Don't even get me started on Tim Ream. I don't want to talk about Tim Ream. Tim Ream is 35 years old. And he's your starting.
He's 38.
38.
I was being nice. He can't run. His technical skill aren't there. He's not even good in the air and on offense. Why is he in the game?
You didn't think when he gave up 3 goals, you didn't think he was good?
I knew he was bad. I always knew he was bad.
So he's also only 6'1", Tim Ream.
It's not about
only.
you don't have to have height. You just gotta be able to play physical, jump, and time your jumps. He just wasn't. He wasn't even. He couldn't find his freaking guy. Like, hello?
Yeah.
He's
So bad.
So he can find his own feet.
George, I feel you with that. Obviously, I didn't play soccer as a kid.
Yeah.
But I stopped playing competitive baseball probably around, like,
that's a great
14 years
example.
old, right before high school. I was a pretty damn good pitcher when I was playing as a kid, and I, for whatever reason, whether it was just fear or adjusting to school, I was worried about academics. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to even try out for high school baseball. I'm going to just stop playing entirely.
In your defense, the high school baseball
played.
coach was a piece of garbage, as DJ has said, so that doesn't really help.
But I just stopped. I didn't even go for it, and that is one regret. Like, every now and again, like, I'll think about it, I was like,
could have played. Maybe play in college.
Where you could have gone. Like, I definitely think I could have played at least in college because
that'd been fun.
I worked at it all the time. I had, as Cal knows, I had that pitchback in the backyard.
The pitchback, baby. You love a good pitchback.
So I was always using it every day, and that's one of those regrets where it's like, damn, I just wish I stayed on that.
Same. Yeah, we live and we learn. And in our 30s, we can look back on this now. Yeah.
That's all right. Hit me with pitches when we played together.
No,
that was different. That was
those were randomly. They weren't aimed for you. They bounce off of something else, just to clarify. And then hit you.
Oh, man, it's fine.
Man,
that was just you.
Ice Aiden, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
You got it.
That really took us.
That's where that went.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
We
really. He brought up the Belgium killing USA.
He said the B word.
He said Belgium. Yeah. And they
Belgium.
thoroughly beat us.
The best was Weird telling me I can't eat waffles all week. I'm like, what's that gonna do, bro?
Weird.
Can't eat a Belgian waffle.
I'm gonna eat a waffle.
Weird doesn't. I don't think Weird knows what's going on.
Where is Weird right now? Connecticut?
I'm convinced he doesn't even have an actual job. He just fakes it.
He drives to Connecticut every day, so I hope.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
He's
delivering pizzas or something out there.
Oh my gosh.
He's a funny guy. We got a few more super chats, gentlemen.
We do.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
We have $20 from that one guy legit.
All right, that one guy legit's always got opinions I love hearing on Beat Break. So let's hear it. And thank you so much for the very generous super chat. That one guy. Thank you. Nick T, let's hear it.
Wanted more from 37.
Agreed.
Faked me on Wong exposure and the Evo, but my multi-E-pulse for Mega is alive.
Yeah.
On that, I hope Gift remains relevant because they should still exist and hate the World Union. The number 2 guy was emphasized once again.
Well, thank you, that one guy legit, for the very, very nice super chat and for the message. And I've got to fully agree with that one guy that, I did want a little more from the episode. I think we kind of all said that. I love your theory about like needing multiple like E-pulses in order to get like a mega evolution off. I thought maybe we were going to see that with Mephismon in this episode. Of course we didn't. There were we didn't see any evolution. I mean, they didn't really give us anything in terms of like the Digimon side of it with the fight. I hope Gift still exists, but I have concerns that Gift, I don't know, won't exist. And the guy you brought up, I'm going to say his name, Kishiwada Kanchi. I'm going to say that name again. Kishiwada Kanchi. Will it be an important name when Digimon Beatbreak comes to an end? Now, my theory is that it's Genjo. That's my theory. Doesn't have to be everyone's theory. Doesn't have to be agreed with. Dude. But it's my theory. Now, it's mine. Now, Kishiwada Kanchi, when he looks at Wong after Wong makes a reactionary motion towards the glowing cube in Mephismon, that's the last we see of him. So clearly there was like something there between him and Wong. I don't think like, romantically, but I do think that there was something there between them that is going to be expanded on in the next few episodes. Again, whether it's Genjo or not. But yeah, I mean, I think that we definitely, hopefully we'll get more of Gift. I'm worried that we won't, because I think with a lot of these organizations, when you cut off the head, when you get rid of the leader, I think they kind of fall apart in shows like this. So hopefully Gift will have a presence. I agree with you there. I fear that they won't. But I mean, Pete, do you have any opinion on that? Like, what do you think? Do you think Gift is still going to be like a force?
No. Unfortunately, I want them to be. I just think that's going to kind of go by the wayside as we're kind of shifting towards the backstory here of Kyo, and then ultimately probably the rest of the 5 stars and Wong. So maybe we get some appearance of Miharu, but wouldn't be surprised if we never really talk about or see them again.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Well, I mean, we'll say love it, though, that one guy. Thank you so much for the very generous super. I know that one guy's got a couple of other messages coming in a little later, so not the last we'll hear from them. Thank you so much, that one guy.
Excellent. Yeah, I agreed with all his points.
Yeah.
We have $10 from that man 666
Thank you, that man.
Damn.
Appreciate you.
saying, seeing Umbral Horror will get a reboot much like Sacred Beast. I wonder which other archetypes series are next in line. I'm thinking 5Ds be Mech Lords,
Yep.
Vrains, Dino Wrestlers. No idea for Arc 5 yet.
Well, I will say, in the Immortal Phoenix, which is the next big booster set, obviously a Yami Marek focus set, which shocked a lot of people, including myself. Very, very cool. We don't know what the next like reboot archetype will be in that set, but yeah, we had GX Sacred Beasts in Chaos Origins, and now we're getting Umbral Horror in Beyond the Brave, the Joey Wheeler set. So very, very exciting there.
Wheeler.
There is a live stream that is being done 7 a.m. on Friday morning. I will be live for it right here on the YouTube
I thought it was
channel.
6:45 a.m. actually.
I will be live at 6:45 a.m. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
15-minute pre-show. Vector getting support, getting new cards for the first time ever, right? I mean, I don't think
Wow.
Vector has ever gotten a wave of support since Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal like came to an end. So it's a pretty big deal. It's very exciting. It is a really like unplayable, uncohesive deck. Like I'm just so interested to see like what direction they're going to take the deck in. I hope there's a lot of references to Zexal. I hope there's some monsters that look like Vector. I hope there are a lot of like maybe troll effects, because I just feel like that embodies Vector very well. I think it's going to get 10 cards like Sacred Beast did, or 9. So it's going to be a big big update for him. That man, I'm very, very excited. For the other series, 5Ds, I like Mech Lords as an opinion there. Vrains, Dino Wrestlers. Maybe that'll be a video I do. Like what anime archetypes I think could get reboots in each
That's
series
a good idea.
in the upcoming booster sets. I like that idea a lot, that man. And thank you so much for the super chat. And yeah, I will be live 6:45 a.m. Friday morning. Let's go, baby. Going to be very exciting.
Where's Lightning's deck, bro? Where's
Lightning's deck would need to be printed. So
Yeah, what are we doing?
yeah, the problem is I don't think
Get it printed.
I don't think like they would print a new anime deck in like a set like this. I think it would need to be like a specialized set, and I just
Okay,
don't.
so the next specialized set.
Yeah, right now though they're focusing like they used to have Animation Chronicles, the cards, not the anime, the cards, and they got rid of it last year for like.
Wait, how did the Chronicles do?
I have not watched since December. I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't either actually. Hold up.
Take a look.
Who
I think
cares?
they actually finished the Charmers. I think they're on Witchcrafter now.
Animation Chronicle Yu-Gi-Oh. Let's see what comes up. I don't know how to look this up.
Yeah, you'd have to go to the OCG channel. Well, you look that up, Dred.
Oh, okay. Okay, hold up. This might be it. Konami Animation? Maybe.
Yeah, we'll get the numbers.
Oh, Magistrate's Alistair the Invoker, 2 months ago, 218.
Yeah.
Let's see. This was the
What was the
first
most
one.
recent episode?
149K was 1 month ago.
Okay.
Yikes. And then what's this one?
Yep, it looks like what, 2 weeks ago, 211.
211 was 2 weeks ago.
The Charmers
And
first
then-
episode, I think last I looked was at about 300, and then the 3 after were in, I think, the 100s.
The fourth one got 101.
Yeah. I mean, Brandon is massive. Brandon was getting like 500, 600, 700. Thank you. Wow.
Damn.
Thank you so much. Thank you. My wonderful wife just brought me salted caramel hot chocolate with whipped cream. How about that?
Oh, yeah.
What?
How you live, man.
Nice.
Marshmallow fluff. not whipped
Nothing
cream.
like drinking a hot drink in your 85-degree room.
Dude,
Yeah, what's
Yeah,
the
you
temp, what's the
disgust
temp
me.
in there?
she even said, I don't know what the temp is, but man, it's hot. It's hot. It's really hot.
I hope that causes
Wow.
like damage to your computers or something.
Is the air on upstairs at least when you go to sleep?
The air, we keep it at, well, I like to keep it at 72. When I'm not paying attention, Ivrea lowers it to like 68 sometimes, which is
There we go.
72
That's
is
what I'm
should be
talking about.
72 is hot, bro.
72 is
78
not
is-
hot. We keep down here, babe, until Ivrea comes down at like, later in the day. I keep down here at like 85, man. AC's
You're a
not
sicko.
kicking on
You're a
until
sicko.
Yeah, you're.
Dylan,
That's why
I'm
if you
not
ever wonder
gonna
why
lie
you
to
have
you.
headaches.
85 degrees is not good for.
Well,
for
it
the
never
material in your
gets to
house.
85 though. Well, sometimes it does.
Dylan, 85 degrees is not good. Bro.
Woo! Yeah, no, listen. I'm very excited for Umbral Horror. I'm very excited to see what other support we get. Yeah, I mean the Chronicles, again, we haven't really talked about it since December. And listen, we did something, or at least I'm not going to speak for the other guys on here, but I did something that I have preached many years while watching Arc 5 and Vrains and Sevens and Go Rush and giving commentary on it, where you would get people every single week leaving these nasty comments talking about how much the show sucks. And I would always say to them, why are you still watching it? If you're not enjoying, and by the way, I wouldn't even say that about the Chronicles. I didn't think it necessarily like was terrible or anything, but like, why would you keep watching a show that you're not enjoying? And people would never really have an answer to that, but I just never understood it. So, I really
People
just
love
wasn't
to hate
enjoying the
watch.
Chronicles, and I dropped it. But I mean, that's just me.
Yep,
Yeah, people love
Just
to
you.
hate watch things. It's crazy.
they do.
Yeah.
It's true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's so many
All
shows. There's so many, pieces of media. And the funny thing too is if one day I decide end of this year, you know what? I want to watch every Chronicles episode. I sit down and I can watch it all in about 70
hour.
minutes, the year's
Yeah.
worth of episodes. I mean,
Yeah,
Come on,
probably.
man.
you're laughing, but no, and that's not a shot at it. That's just the truth. It's not. It's a short animated series, which is how they promote it.
I thought it was Yu-Gi-Oh 8 or Yu-Gi-Oh 9.
Go Rush
10.
was so invalid that
Or
it's just.
We have $10 from that one guy. Legit.
Thank you, that one guy.
Thanks
I
for
think this is
pulling us back in.
I think this is a
You got us,
two-parter.
you got us.
That one guy.
It is.
I
Yeah,
appreciate you, my
two-parter.
man. Thank you so much, dude.
So
You're
20.
the freaking best. Thank you, that man. And that one guy. We got that man and that one guy, dude. Those usernames they're so similar. I didn't even realize it, but thank you both. I appreciate you
True.
guys.
Do you want to read it, Trev, or do you want me to read it?
Nah, that's all you need. You got the better voice.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course.
We have in total another $20 from that one guy, legit.
Yeah.
Thank you, legit.
Ooh, that guy.
And he said the Mephismon glow should have been Tomoro's E-Pulse, just like how it combined with Miharu's for the shared flashback. Theory, his Gramps made the first island level mega, which is why Wong is geeked.
Wow.
Builds my theory of the multi E-Pulse for mega. Maybe Tenma E-Pulse is special and able to absorb/combine with others, so Wong was shocked seeing someone else with a similar
I don't hate
pulse,
that.
and why Asuka was cold-hearted.
Wow. Well, I said at the beginning that
Wow.
one guy legit has given me some of my favorite Digimon Beatbreak theories.
say that.
Mhm.
got
Really
some
good
insight.
stuff. And
A lot of
I
good ones.
believe one of you guys linked what happened in this episode to potentially what happened at the island. And so it's very funny
Yeah.
that one guy legit
Yeah.
even
Pete,
says it.
was the one
That was
starting
me.
to say it. Yeah.
It was
Or was it
Calibro.
you? I feel a few of us
Yeah.
said it, I guess. Yeah, Cal said it as
I
well.
think it was both of us. Might have been all of us.
I think we all sing.
It was everybody.
Calibro.
Damn, you beat me to it.
Calibro, Kid Cali, what do you make of the message there? That one guy legit. I mean, are you buying into the whole, multi E-pulse needed for
buy?
Mega? Like what do you think, man?
So I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna buy here.
I want you to
I was
buy.
actually thinking, and this will go into your idea of maybe underwhelming for episode 37. I was thinking maybe some sort of combination may have been needed to take down Mephismon. So I was like,
Right.
maybe there is a little something to that. So I'm buying here. I'm on that train. First class
Yeah.
ticket.
Yeah, I think it's such a good theory. That one guy legit. I'm still on board with it. Especially the element of like multiple E-pulses needed for a mega evolution. I think that just really, really, really makes sense. There's a reason we haven't really like seen any outside of the clay, and the clay one, that's exactly what he did in that, to get that mega evolution. And I am now more in line with also believing that like something that happened in front of Wong reminded him of the island. I think there was a lot
Yeah,
of
that's
terrible things that happened on the island. And I think it's something that he probably doesn't like thinking about much, what happened on the island. But I think that we are going to learn about it very soon. And I think there certainly was some connection there between what happened with Mephismon and, of course, what happened on the island. Pete, you mentioned that you felt there was maybe a connection between the two that one guy literally just mentioned. I would love to know, your thoughts on that one guy's theory here.
Yeah, I think it's a fantastic theory. I think we've known throughout the whole show. I mean, they've made it a point, so we definitely know that Tomoro's his
Special.
e-pulse is extremely unique. So we've known that since the first episode where he was shorting out everyone's Sapatamas. So wouldn't shock me that this kind of gave Wong a vision of like, oh, whatever maybe I saw on the island when we were experimenting before everything went wrong. We've never seen something like this since then. And this kid right here that we've been hearing about, but we didn't really give a crap about, he has that it factor that we need. So maybe they think they can get some of that out of Miharu, and maybe that's why they're very interested in taking her in and kind of seeing what she knows and what she can offer. But I feel like we're definitely circling back to how unique Tomoro is because that's been the whole point of the show.
100%. 100%. Yeah. It's such a good theory, that one guy. And I like that one guy also kind of in the same boat as us where it's like, the episode maybe underdelivered a little bit, but man, even though it underdelivered, I do love when episodes give us stuff that we can really overanalyze and in-depth discuss. Yeah. It's one of my favorite elements about this
that's
podcast
what this podcast
is
all
show.
about.
So
yeah.
Really, really
That's what
cool
we're known
stuff.
For.
That's what we're known for. So
We're
really,
known for
really
something?
cool stuff there. That one guy, Nick T. Dredge. I don't know if you guys had anything else you wanted to add there. I mean, we kind of covered it pretty deep. Cool.
I think we covered it. Yeah, I mean,
I'm pretty good. I'm good.
You're on board with it, Nick T. The theory.
I'm 100% on board with it. I think
Makes
it's
sense.
all
It
the
really
pieces
does.
line up like in a way that's like perfect. That like builds towards this theory that he's saying. I mean, like we know that the Tenma like family is deeply associated with this, and they've been laying the foundation of Tomoro's e-pulse for the entire show. Like these things are pointing towards something much deeper regarding his family. So and for it to be this, like combining or absorbing e-pulse, absolutely.
Yeah, love it. Love it. That one guy legit. He said he would die at 85. Listen, I'm in here and I'm thriving. But that one guy legit, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the theories and for, of course, the very generous super chats. They help me out so much. Thank you so much, my friend. We got a $5 super chat from Goose. I'll read it real quick. Goose! Hope everyone's summer has been well. Keep being amazing, sending positive vibes and kindness to everyone, and keep things PG. Positively. Goose. Thank you, Goose. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much for the support. Nick T, we've got one from our favorite Edge Runners fan.
Yes, we do. We have 70 months of Slifer Red membership from Nicholas Horton. Justice for Rebecca. No longer at
Rebecca Edge Runners. I know. Very sad.
But it's nice that the name isn't like 60 characters long.
That's true. That's probably why he changed it.
And then all his message was, "Hi everyone. Hope you had a great 4th of July holiday."
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nicholas, for the 70 months.
Hope you're doing well, brother.
Nicholas, I mean, Nicholas Horton. I mean, Caliber. I know you're at 78. I think Kay is
Kay's ahead of me.
Oh, that's right. She is.
I'm the longest on Twitch. She's the longest on YouTube.
You're number 2 on YouTube. Wow. Kay is number 1. I always get you guys confused.
He's number 1 in our hearts, though.
Number 1 in our hearts. Yes.
Cal, does that burn you up a little bit secretly? You're not number 1.
No, actually, I'm proud to be.
Kay's a nice person.
Get Kay's credit card deactivated.
Yeah.
Just for like 2 months.
Get the account banned.
No, not that. Like, there was some fraud on her card, so it gets deactivated.
Yeah. She's not going to see this. It's fine.
Forgets to update it in Twitch, so there was 2 months where she's not.
I won't let you do that. I won't
Well,
let you
a
do
part-
that.
partnership. So then you catch up and you're good.
I won't let you do that. No.
No,
You-
I would.
what are you gonna do to
gladly am
stop
in
him?
second place. I'm gladly in second place.
Caliber's happy with it.
Yeah.
And then I think Nicholas Orton genuinely may be like third or like top 10 for
Great.
sure. There's not many people
Yeah.
that have been. I mean, I've only had the channel membership feature for like 80 months. So the fact 70 months is crazy. I had a very good 4th of July. The 4th is my mom's birthday. So we just
That's
hung out
right.
with
Happy
family.
birthday,
Thank
Kathy.
you.
Happy
birthday
Yes.
to her.
So it was good. I imagine, did any of you guys do anything like notable or just typical 4th stuff?
Yeah, actually.
Go ahead, Nick T.
We got to go on the boat on Friday the
Oh,
3rd to see
nice.
all the
Big ships,
all-
tall ships.
all the tall ships from across the world. They were
Cool.
Oh,
incredible.
that's awesome.
Incredible.
Cool.
Like at first I'm like, oh, this is gonna be fun, but then seeing him, like we were all like, what the hell? Like it was.
That's
nuts.
crazy. It really is.
That'd be awesome.
Where was
Yeah,
this?
it was
Six
sick.
Flags?
No, it was literally in the
Sandy Hook.
in Sandy Hook.
Oh, okay.
Six Flags.
Yeah, we went on a
He's
boat.
a
at Six
Delaware
Flags.
guy. He's a Delaware
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, those mid-Atlantic people, they don't know anything.
You don't know anything's going on.
I'm geographically I'm more north than Nick T.
That's untrue.
What are you
It's
talking
a
about?
completely false statement.
What is that's the wild.
You must be using
Nick T, next
those
donor,
1400s
please, God,
maps.
we gotta
go.
where
I'm moving
they
on.
Stretch out.
Thanks,
like
Nick T.
this.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicholas.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Nicholas
man.
Horton. And then for the
Oh,
final dono so far,
Oh,
unless the one
no.
came in.
I got one from
No, I think we're good
Twitch.
though. Oh, you did one from Twitch. The final one on our end, Gravity Hero for $5,
Thank you, Grav.
Thank you, Gravity.
and you're gonna love this. Which happens first? The Jets win the Super Bowl, or Dylan stops hating old people, or we finally get Armados Legios, Hydra Drive, and Storm Riders.
I don't hate old people, so that's already one.
Complete roll the tape.
I don't.
You
Yeah,
called,
check all the tape.
Yeah,
The old you called the guy from Beatbreak an old bag of bones.
Yeah,
But
like
I
about
did that.
30 minutes
I
ago.
did that as a
Yeah.
distinguishing thing. Just
So Dylan,
everybody
it's
knew.
funny.
No,
You've never actively said you don't like old people. However, any chance you get, you
really-
shred any old character. You just shred them to pieces.
I don't
It's
I
do
really
it.
don't
interesting.
always disagree, but
I don't
you
do
are
it on
vocal about it.
purpose. I just think that
But the fact that it's subconsciously happening without you thinking shows you're not a fan.
It's not just characters, Drudge. It's
It's
also
everybody.
his own mother.
It's, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, stop.
Mother.
Stop. And my mom, you know what? Recently, she yelled at me for this a couple of weeks ago, and she was like, "And
He's got
stop
proof
calling me
point.
old on the show." And I said, just because I'm saying you're old, which is a factual statement, it doesn't mean that you're like not active. She's more active than me. She's in
That's not
better
hard to
shape
do.
than me. I was
Not
going to
hard
say
to do.
she's healthier than me,
Not.
but you got to look at my blood work, man. It was unbelievable.
She's way healthier than you.
All right,
Well,
we're
not
moving
blood
on.
work.
We're
My
moving
blood
on.
work, and I'm not going to say anything about her blood work. My blood work was unbelievable. I showed a couple of independent doctors, and I remember when I showed them, they were like, "Can I look at this?" And I said, "Hey, I don't care about HIPAA." They said,
Dylan,
"What?"
how long would it take you to do 30 push-ups?
I couldn't.
A week.
How long would it take you to run a mile? Run a mile.
Oh, that would
can't
probably.
walk.
I would assume probably maybe 11 minutes.
Yeah, no, I don't think you do it in 11 minutes.
Oh, I think I could do it in 11 minutes. I used to run
Yeah,
the one
that's
in
not-
high school in like 9.5.
Dylan, I got you pegged at 13 and a half minutes.
I got
Okay.
pegged.
You've got him what?
Maybe
12 and a
13's.
half.
Maybe 13's more accurate.
I'd be shocked if you
what
got
else?
20.
Dylan, if I gave you two 20-pound bags of groceries, how long do you think you can hold them for? We had to put them down.
Oh, I could hold them for a while. I think
How long?
Like 20
Give me
seconds.
give me a time.
two 20-pound grocery bags. I think I could probably hold them for maybe a minute.
That's not a long time, but yeah.
We gotta move on. We gotta move on. Oh
Okay,
my
we
God.
proved my point. Okay,
But my blood work, man.
it's your blood work is not everything.
No, it's not.
I'm
Which
glad
one
that
is-
it's good.
Which
Don't get me
one's coming
wrong.
first, Dale? You didn't answer the question.
My
the Jet
friend-
Super
my
Bowl's
friend-
coming last.
My friend Georgie looked at my blood work. She couldn't believe what she was seeing. She said, "This is
Yeah, she couldn't
unbelievable."
believe it. It doesn't mean it's positive.
Unbelievable stuff. She was
It's
she was
still not
shocked.
positive.
All
Yeah,
right.
still not positive.
Gravity
To answer the question.
Gravity Hero. The Jets, I don't think are going to win a Super Bowl anytime soon. So I am going to pick. We get Armados, Legios, Hydra. Oh, all three. I actually still think we're going to get all three before the Jets win a Super Bowl.
It's crazy.
I mean, does anybody disagree? The Jets are not
No.
close to it.
Your-
It'd be
your-
better
your
if-
hair
what happens-
Your hair would grow back before the Jets win the Super Bowl.
What happens first? Jets make the playoffs or we get those decks? I think that's a
Jets
much better
playoffs.
question.
Jets playoffs. Jets playoffs.
I
I'm
think the
gonna
Jets.
say the other.
The
three.
Jets could make the playoffs, not this season, but the next season as a wild card.
Could they though?
If they-
I mean,
I think
If
they can make the playoffs in the
draft
next
and
10
develop
years.
quickly. Well, yeah.
Okay, that's
Okay.
fair,
Anyone
that's fair.
can. That's like
I mean,
saying.
they didn't make it in the last 16
10
years.
years.
But
Correct.
that's different. That's different.
It's
The
not
future
different
is
until it's
unwritten.
different.
Yeah, cards
Yeah.
might be first.
The rest is
As
still
Natasha
unwritten.
Bedingfield once said. Yeah, well, all three of those decks are the Jets make the playoffs. Yeah, I don't know. Super
It's
Bowl,
all
I'm
up
picking
there.
the decks. Playoffs, I've got to pick the Jets, but it's
I like
tough.
it. I like it.
close. It's close. I admit that. Gravity Hero, thank you so much for the super chat. We got 100 bits from the great Dark Emperor J. Thank you, Dark Emperor
Thank you,
J.
Emperor.
Question that relates to the episode for the crew. Let's say Dylan gets kidnapped, similar to Chairman Wong. Would you save him like Rose tried, or would you be like Kaido and Hanukkah and just relax on the grass? Side note, my hardest boss from the past 2 years are Arlecchino. Yes, I beat him solo in the rematch. Wow. Melania and the final boss of DS3 Ring City, which is Gale. Yeah, that's a very tough fight. Cool. Well, thank you for a lot of overlap there, but Gale is a good pick. Dark Emperor J, thank you for the 100 bits. What would you guys do? Are you guys coming
Yeah,
for me?
I mean, I would rescue you.
Thank
I would
you.
come help.
Thank you.
I would come
Eventually, yeah.
Thank you. Pete?
I don't think I would lay in the flower field. I'd probably take over your streaming chair until you get back, if you got back.
God.
He would hold on the fort. He would hold on the
But yeah,
fort.
I probably hold down. I'll hold down the fort. Yeah.
Pete might be the guy kidnapping you. What it sounds like.
There's no.
The old-
connection to- there's
The
no
old man got what was
that,
coming
yeah.
to.
Who said that? See, Nick T makes comments like that. Wait, is that about me?
No, that was
Yeah.
Kaito said that.
Oh, yeah. That's
It could apply to you though.
It could apply to you.
My hair's starting to look like Chairman Wong's hair. I don't know if you
No,
noticed
come
that.
on.
His is way better.
His hair is way more. full.
Oh, the two of
Jesus
your
Commissioner.
asses. Both of your asses.
It's so bad.
Wild, bro. All right. Is that we got
That's
them all?
crazy. When I go to Turkey, I'm going to think of this conversation.
Yeah, you go to
Why
Turkey
are
and
you
ask
going to
us why they
Turkey?
beat us 3-2.
I
when the
texted
game was
Weir, hey, man, you want to take a trip to your homeland? And he texted me back and he was like, California? I'm like, dude, how many drugs have you done, man? I mean, come on.
He's funny. He's funny for
He's
that. I'll
lost,
give him
man.
that.
He's
He's
lost.
funny.
He's a good guy.
That's so funny.
Oh, yeah, real good guy, yeah.
Great guy.
Shout out to Weir.
Great guy.
No, it's really good. Well, listen, we're about to wrap up, but we got one more super chat coming in from that one guy legit. Thank you so much for the generosity, my man. I cannot tell you how much we appreciate you. Hyped for
Yes,
Kyo's
thanks.
backstory. This is a great way to end the discussion here because this is what's coming next for those that don't know. Hyped for Kyo's backstory. Maybe we see the first Gen 5. I think Kyo, Kaito, Rose, Clay, and a mystery water. What changed his
Oh.
personality so much? I think something happened that radicalized him. I think he may have been tasked to do something that really went against his core beliefs. Or maybe he had like a run-in with a Digimon that made him become very empathetic towards like Digimon in general. Or maybe he always had a soft spot for Digimon. I'm very interested to learn why he joined the 5 stars in the first place and why he left. Those are going to be the biggest things. And I'm also very interested to see, like, what was his... And again, this is assuming we get it. I think it would be a huge missed opportunity if we don't get it in an arc that's called the Kyo arc. I would also love to
seriously.
know what was his dynamic like with Clay, with Rose, with Wong, with Kaito, and a mystery water. Yeah, you know what? Because I am
Because like
starting...
implying
Yeah.
that the
No,
girl's new.
I think Hanukkah,
She is new.
Honoka is
Haneka's
new.
new.
Yes,
Yeah,
she's
she
new,
is
and
new.
Genjo is new. So there was a water. Maybe he was in like a romantic relationship with whoever the
They
water
died.
person was, and she got murked. Yeah, she got got.
They
He got
died,
murked.
She
Or-
got murked.
or simply he was really out there just killing Digimon, and that's why he's such a big deal now of not killing them and making
with
them back into
Nedinso
baby
and-
Digimon.
Yeah.
You
He
think
kinda
you
just-
think he did some terrible things, Pete?
Yeah, I think he was doing some bad stuff. We know from the little bit we know from his backstory, he was a very, very angry teenager. And kid.
Yeah, they
We
said
know that.
they've changed. They constantly say that he's changed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, I'm very excited to see it.
Me too.
Dredger, is there anything when you think of like a Kyo arc that you hope we get surrounding his character? I mean, he's one of the coolest characters.
I
in
mean,
the show.
obviously, you know how Kyo and Kaito were. It seemed like they at one
Mhm.
point were close. So I'd love to see
Definitely.
what changed, and obviously that dynamic, and how, you know, young Kyo, did he struggle getting his ultimate, or was he just naturally talented? Which I think will be very interesting to see.
Yeah, because there is like clearly a rivalry between them. And I really do feel like that rivalry stems so deep that Kaito literally recruited someone that so badly wants to surpass Tomoro so he can try to train a guy that will surpass a guy that Kyo is training and taking under his wing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very interested to see that dynamic. But man, it's going to be so good to get Kyo backstory and just to see like what's going to be next in this show. And it has been, even though this like episode for an arc finale, I thought, and I think a lot of us thought was underwhelming, for me, I think it's a testament to how good the show's been. It doesn't change my feelings on the show really at all. I'm still very excited for what's to come. I think the best is yet to come. I'm excited to see more evolutions, and I'm just excited to see more handlings of mature themes and really deep emotional storylines. And this ultimate fight of Digimons are tools versus Digimons should coexist with all of us. And you got the extreme of that with Gift. Glowing Dawn is a more, I think, practical approach. But how practical is it? Well, we're going to find out. So I'm very excited for the remainder of Digimon Beatbreak. Hopefully another 25 episodes. We just have no idea at this point. But we will definitely be right back here Wednesday night talking about episode 38. I have to thank all of you guys. Huge thank you, of course, to Caliber, Dredger, Pete, Nick T. Shout out to Dak and DJ as well. Man, I am so grateful for the team here. I am so grateful for all of you guys who watch, who tune in. I know this is very different than what we do on the channel. This is a full Yu-Gi-Oh channel for 10 years. 10-year anniversary is actually July 15th. So we will be doing the show on the 10-year anniversary of the channel. No stream I'd rather do than hanging out with my closest friends, talking about whatever's going on. So I'm very excited for that. And yeah, I just appreciate all of you guys. And that one guy legit, thank you so much for the donos. Gravity Hero, Dark Emperor J, Nicholas Horton, Goose, That Man, Ice Aiden, Cal Breezy. I'm so grateful for all of you. You don't know how much it helps me out, helps this channel out, helps the show out. I'm going to let these boys promote themselves. They got some cool things going on, or maybe not, but they are going to promote themselves. All of their socials are linked down below. Please give them a follow. Even if they're not active right now, you never know when they might have stuff in the works. Calibro, we'll start with you. Then we'll go to Dredger, Pete, Nick T. We'll just move down the list. Calibro, what's going on in your world, man?
Not too much. You know me on Twitch as twitch.tv/Calbreezy. I haven't streamed over there in what feels like a couple of years. But it's been more recent than that, I think.
Yeah, it was last year.
Whenever I did the Phasmophobia with Dak.
Yes.
But yeah, no, I don't really have anything going on to promote, so I'll keep pushing it forwards.
Go forward.
Yeah, I got nothing either. I'm right there with you, Cal. Nothing going on. Yeah.
Okay. Nothing going on in their worlds, but if you want to follow them, their links are in the description, and Dak is putting their links in the chat as well. Shout out to Dak.
Dill, I did have one thing I wanted to mention.
Yes.
Kenzie texts me and goes, I'm pretty sure I'm one of those independent doctors Dylan was talking about.
That's
she is
so funny.
She
it's
is
crazy that she's watching.
Shout out to Kenzie. She absolutely is. Her and Georgie are the two. And I remember when I showed them the paperwork, she was shocked. She was like, I can't look at this in good faith. And I said, no. F HIPAA. She was like, what? I was like, yeah, I don't care about HIPAA. She's like,
Dylan, what does HIPAA stand for?
Health
about HIPAA.
Information Privacy Protection Act.
Protection Act. There you go.
No.
We had it.
Even
close.
with help.
You're close,
Even
though.
with help, he
I
couldn't
was
get
so
it.
confident Calibro got it. But you know what I mean?
You're
You're close. I'll give you that.
I don't. I said that I don't care about HIPAA, man. It doesn't matter to me.
That's not what anyone wants to hear.
I'm not about that HIPAA life, and so
Yeah, you're gonna go to jail.
and so no. When it comes to me, only when it comes to me.
Oh, that's fine.
Only when it comes to me, I'm not about that HIPAA life. And Kenzie couldn't believe it, and I said, I don't care. She was like, okay. She was nervous, but I said, don't worry about it. Just look at the records. Tell me what you see. And she started going through it, and I remember her pupils got really big, and I was like, oh no. And she's like, I just know your diet, and I feel like I'm looking. If I'm trying to remember what she said. She said if I could create like a perfectly conditioned human in a lab with like preset
No.
blood work levels, this is what I would do. These are the levels I would select. And I was like, what? She said, yeah, this is unbelievable. It's amazing. So she was amazed by it. Delayed's in the chat, and he can vouch for it as well. His lovely girlfriend as well, Georgie, also a medical professional. She was stunned in the best kind of way possible. She said, "What do you eat for like breakfast?" And I told her, I have coffee and a Nutri-Game bar. She said, "That is unbelievable. Your blood work looks like the blood work of a healthy 21-year-old." And I said, that's awesome. So 2 independent doctors, and yeah, where were we talking about?
I think we should kill this guy.
I think that was Grandpa rambling on the armchair again. You're just going on and on and on.
Pete, what's going on in your world, man?
Oh God, YouTube coolest gamers you know at Twitter, PeterCow21.
I love it. For me, same old. You can follow Nameling on Instagram at NamelingNJ. You could find all my songs anywhere you stream or purchase music. Your support is always appreciated. I did have a show July 18th coming up. Just found out midstream that it now got pushed to August 29th.
Are you kidding me, dude?
Man, I was going to that show.
Me too.
Man.
I cleared my whole weekend.
I actually texted Dylan about it.
Yes, we were all gonna go. My mom
know.
said, "Can you hang out with me July 18th?" I said, "F no, Mom. I'm seeing Nick T."
Well, now I
I'm
can go see your
kidding.
mom.
I'm kidding. That did not happen. That did not happen.
Yeah, I'm sorry for the late note. I just
It's not your
found out
fault. It's not your
literally-
fault.
But
It's not your
Yeah.
fault.
midstream.
we're gonna be away.
Is that week?
That's
Mhm.
the weekend that we're all away.
Oh, then I tell Sarah then it's a no-go.
Ugh.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're going September.
All right, September it
Oh.
is.
Oh, the concert's in September. Yeah. Move the concert to September.
Whenever it is, Nick
I'll
T,
get
we will
5
be
weddings.
there.
I
Yeah, we'd
appreciate
love
that,
to
guys.
just keep us involved.
I'm gonna actually text her now and let her know. But either way, this show in which I was talking about the past couple weeks is not happening. So go
Very
stream my
sorry about
music in
that.
solidarity, or buy it if you feel so inclined. Bandcamp, Amazon, Google, wherever you buy music, iTunes, if you still do that.
People buy shit on iTunes.
He's
still?
still. I think
don't-
you still can do that. Yeah.
Oh,
You
wow,
can?
that's crazy.
Yeah, I
I
think
think you can.
iTunes is still a thing.
Okay.
You have to kind of
I-
find a workaround to get to the web store.
Oh yeah, well that's true.
No,
Well,
I don't
yeah,
know,
well,
but
I feel like every time I've ever even tried to like download iTunes, it doesn't work.
it doesn't. It goes right to Apple Music now.
Yeah.
Well, listen.
What are you gonna do?
I
What are
am
you gonna
I'm so grateful for all of you guys. You guys are incredible. Huge shout out to everybody that came by, watched, lurked, will be watching the VOD. And huge thank you, of course, to everybody that donated, super chatted. I'm so grateful for all of you. Huge thank you to Dredge, Nick T, Pete, Cal. Shout out to Dak and DJ as well. Thank you all so much for watching episode 37 of Talking Digimon Beat Break Breakdown. A poisonous choke. What is the episode name?
Gasping for air.
Gasping for air. Yes, one day I'll get the episode name right. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an amazing, day.
day.
Take care, guys.
Good night,
Thank you
y'all.
so much.
Bye-bye.